I forgot to go live. Well, let's do this again.
Now whip it good.
Sorry, everyone. Me not paying attention to what I was doing, I was like, "Oh, it's time to go live." I hit the intro countdown, and I forgot to hit the live button. My apologies, everyone. Welcome back to another WIP Sunday. And tonight, I got a few things I'm working on. First, working on a personal project. A long time ago, before my hands got real bad, where I used to go draw all the time. I created some of my own comic book characters, like a lot of us did, and I'm going to make a custom of one of my characters. I got. I'm repeating some stuff I said to my buddies here. Is like, I wasn't live, but I'm trying out a couple different types of styles of shoulder pauldrons. I got Super Patriots. I had my fodder in from the Legendary Comic Book Heroes, and I got one of the reasons I bought the extra King Spinks was for the shoulder pauldrons to do this. I thought about just taking them off and grafting onto the Warpath shoulders, but I don't think I have to. I think I can actually make these work, and plus the bonus of getting bigger shoulders for on this body. That's one of the things I don't like about the Warpath. I always thought the shoulders were too small for heroic proportions. They need the bigger your shoulders are, the more bulky, the more heroic proportions, like Hulk Smash was talking about earlier. The shoulders on the Warpath are the same, basically same size as the biceps. So I think the biceps kind of look a little small too on these, but we got double jointed arms, which I am tempted to even switch out the double jointed arms. I know I'd lose the articulation, but I got some parts I've been gathering up for this project. I got the Odin bath parts.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
And the biceps are a lot bigger. You don't have the double jointed elbow. It is limited though. It swivels at the elbow, but you got swivel at the bicep and at the elbow. You can figure out a way to use these biceps and keep the. No, I haven't decided yet though. This is still the preliminary planning stage for this. So we'll see. The other thing I want to do what now?
I was just saying that's usually what we discuss in chat all the time.
Yeah.
Projects.
Yeah, well, the character I'm making is one of my own creation. I was tweaking it a little bit too. It was like share screen. Let's see.
When you out here making real deal superheroes, I was making animal hybrids.
This is the character I'm making, the one here in the center with the sword. That's the one I'm working on making. Trying to plan it all out. I got the boots done. I used pull up my bag of parts. I took when they were cheap, I used the Ares Build-A-Figure, not the Build-A-Figure, the Gladiator Hulk Wave. I was able to modify and adapt those to work with the Warpath lower legs. So I got boot swivel, and it adds a little height to the Warpath body too, because his lower legs are a little stubby.
Which Warpath body are you using? The first or the second one?
The bigger one.
Big one.
Okay.
Single release.
Yeah, by putting these boots on here pretty close to my character design, and adds a little extra height, which is good because I want this to be a bigger character.
I like how you got Juggernaut in In the picture here, knocked out.
Yeah. Got Doomsday back there too, and a Sentinel head. And
Yeah.
I drew that when I was quite young.
Hey man, you can tell that was heavily inspired by the 80s and 90s.
Yes, sir.
That smells like Wildcats and Ultra Force.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
It should be a fun project.
So what you working on there?
Oh, so I was making a duplicate, and I didn't like the way the
Oh, okay. I got you. Duplicate the cyborg battle cat.
yeah, I didn't like the way the fur was looking that I had sculpted because I had sculpted the fur cut open. So
Mhm.
this black area, I don't know if y'all can see this black area right here. I can bring it up a little bit closer. So this black area right here is going to be a cybernetic eye, and I had the torn, peeled back fur,
Yeah.
and I went a little overboard on it, so I'm taking that off, and I'm gonna do a little more subtle
No.
with how that's gonna look. But I sculpted this right here. This piece is sculpted because it was all furry. This was also sculpted as well, and so when I paint it, it'll be silver and metallic looking. And like I said, I'll do a little bit of peeled back fur. On the back piece, I'm starting to melt in and gouge in because I'm gonna do for a spinal cord. I actually have this piece of wire I'm gonna run to make it look more cybernetic.
Oh, nice.
So yeah.
So you gonna show us the Hulk there, or how did it come out?
Oh, yeah, he's done, man.
Tease us with the Red Hulk there.
Yeah, he's finished. He is finished. So
That's good. How's the paint rub going? Did you solve that problem?
yes, I did, sir.
Good, good. What all did you do for the paint rub?
Everything like sanded more. So I went back. I sanded it. I stripped it down again. I sanded it, and then I actually went over with the acetone. A big no. Don't do that. It's bad.
Yeah.
But I was so desperate.
Yeah, I understand, man.
But that stuff I showed you, that bulldog paint stuff. As soon as I get a chance, I'm gonna order it and see if it does.
Okay.
See how it works.
Oh, one little quick thing I did last night, just piddling around. I got the. Oh, you can't see me.
It's all eyes on me, buddy.
Okay. The old, I think this was the Ronin Accuser Wave, Mr. Fantastic.
Yep.
And since we got the retro card at Mr. Fantastic in the same color scheme, to make it match up, I dived into my fodder bin, some parts. I found a ball, necked ball, drilled it out because this is back when before they did the ball joints for the heads. They did a gnarled peg. And
yeah, I hate those.
I drilled out the center of the ball peg, trimmed that gnarled peg down, and glued the ball peg to it. So now I can use modern heads on this older body. So I can change it up. I can use the other body for the relaxed, regular sized breed. And when he stretches out, I have this extra head. So I had a Walgreens head already. And I also modified the original head, this is not a bad head sculpt. The original that came on this long body.
Yeah.
So I drilled it out so you can use it as like a ball joint too. So I can just pop it on. So I got the original head on too.
Nice.
But I like having keep the same style. I'll use the modern head, which actually what I'm going to do too. Reason why I had an extra one of these heads in my parts bin, not really parts bin, I put my extra parts. I have a parts bin and I have little like containers for like extra hands and stuff that I'm not using for fodder. It's just the extra parts for the figures. So I actually had one of these sitting in there because I used the extra Reed Richards and I put a Ben Riley head on the Ben Richard body to power down Johnny Storm.
Okay.
So there's that. And I found a great match for the green on this Gamerverse Abomination without having to mix anything. Total coincidence having this. I bought this My cousin a while back gave me his vintage Shogun Warriors Godzilla, and he had bought the parts to restore it. So I had like the handle that makes the tongue stick out had broke, and I had to figure out how to get that apart to put the new handle on. I took my knife, went around the seam of that head so many times trying to figure out. It's like, man, I got all the glue broke loose. Why is this not coming apart? It's got little plugs glued on the side of the head. I had to drill those plugs out and make new. I had to drill those plugs out and make new plugs. And that's why I got this paint here to match up on it. And you can't tell. This wasn't a perfect match for the Godzilla. I had to do a little bit of mix and fit, but it looks like it's a pretty darn close match. I did a little test paint in the underside. That looks dead on.
No, we're gonna have to see how that's gonna come out.
Now, I grabbed my SDC one just like as a reference. I got grab that head, and I got the Build-A-Figure, which the sculpt on these were great, but dang, these are too small. Look at this.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow, that's a complete difference.
I can't get the big one in spring here.
Well, that's the size he should have been. He was always drawn a little bit bigger than the Hulk, right?
Yeah, he was twice as his base strength is twice the Hulk's until the Hulk gets mad, and he's bigger.
Yeah, that was always his thing. That's how he always started to fight stronger, but he'd end it weaker if it drug out too long.
Yep. And I'm thirsty. My drink for tonight is Mountain Dew.
Are they sponsoring us?
I wish. Hey, you never know. Mountain Dew, I will take sponsorship.
Well, you got that one.
Yeah, Super Clean actually contacted me when I was doing like the tampo and paint removal tutorial.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't even link to them or put them in the description. I just said their name and showed the bottle on the stream, and somehow they found it.
They probably got an algorithm that scans for when their name is dropped.
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah, they also have people that like
Thank you, sweetie.
from where I work. If somebody mentions the name of the company or whatever, there are people that are always searching for that, and they contact you right away.
Yep.
Well,
they were super nice too. They sent me a hat, T-shirt, and some cleaning products.
So in that case, Elon Musk, we love you. Twitter, we love you.
Yeah.
We are 100% behind it. We want the information wave to continue forward.
Hey, Bill Gates, you're my buddy.
We love Microsoft.
Yes. We would like checks from Microsoft too, please.
Let's see. Before I get into the Abomination hit, I'm going to put a coat of wash on these shoes I want to make for the Smart Hulk that our friend Don Sawyer made those soft goods for.
Yeah.
I want to put a wash on. I got them coated pretty good. I think it's time for a wash. Add a little depth to them. And after that dries, I can go back and touch up all the black around the soles.
Mm-hmm.
I still haven't decided if I want to use my 80th Hulk for that or buy another KO.
Out.
Well, one thing that made me feel a little better about the struggling with StreamYard, last week we was having issues with the volume being ramping up too high and too low and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching a guy, he's got nearly 400,000 subscribers, and he was complaining about StreamYard, about the dropping the miss. You can't set the audio properly and it'll change it back on you. And so somebody that streams that, and he streams like every day, night and day.
So it wasn't your fault.
So when I'm going to say it's not my fault.
Never admit you were wrong.
But he said he would go set the volume, like the you got like two settings when you set your audio. You got an auto, and you can manually adjust it. And then I would set the volume. He said he would set the volume low, and he'd go back, and it still like it'd peak up high again. He'd go check it again, and then it put it right back on auto. I think that's what it was doing to us last week.
My fan's not an issue today, is it?
No, you're fine today. Maybe they heard that big streamer complaining. It's like, hey, we need to check this out. and he's got the paid version too. So I'm running the free one right now. Which by the way, for everybody watching, I'm unable to edit videos right now for temporarily. There was an issue with license renewals for like software, and I don't want to go into too much of that. So any more than that. So my license for the program I use to edit my videos didn't get renewed. So that's being dealt with. So I may end up doing some extra streaming this week, and I got some Transformers upgrade kits I'm wanting to install for non-F. Might do a stream of that, and I got a package from Big Bad Toy Store coming for it. Might even do like an unboxing or something like that, just to make up for it. Since I can't do any tutorials or toy reviews.
That seems cool. That would be good.
Give me an excuse too, like a little more practice with the streaming thing, and not bumble and fumble and talk for 5 minutes with not being on the air.
Mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made, and I'll freely admit it was my mistake.
I regret nothing.
Oh man!
If this KO company where these Hulks would work on their softness on their plastics, these would be the best Hulks out there.
You're talking about the ones from China?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Because they're a lot easier to take apart. So for customizing, they're like super great. But I'd say most of it's good, easy to take apart. The legs are hard to take apart, put back together because they don't use the softer plastic; they use a harder plastic.
Mm-hmm.
So it takes a lot of heat to pop these apart and a lot of force. Somebody was asking somebody got one of the KOs and sent me a question on the channel. Was it the channel or Instagram one? How I got the legs apart on Juggernaut. This. Lots of heat and this.
God dang, Crocodile Dundee.
This is a cheap knife from Cook Brothers I've had for I don't know how long. And I would superheat those legs, but you got and boil your water, let that soak, work it in there, and big leverage, pop it out. Where there's a lever, there's a way.
All right, so just to be on the safe side, what was your blood type again?
Be positive.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's
we'll be on standby. I'll go ahead and donate a bag with your name on it.
Well, that knife, I don't want to use that as worry about cutting myself. It's these jewels, these little razor blades.
Well, yeah. You mean the ones you don't even feel?
Exactly. Look down, it's like, oh, it's through my finger. This one here, I stuck it through here, out that side when I was younger. This one, I cut this one down to the bone with one of these. So I got nerve damage on that finger.
Okay, my own blood. Hey, on another note, always practice safe, whoever's watching.
Yes, always be cut away from you. And if you can, wear cut-resistant gloves.
Please.
And that big sword that was just a prop sword, not a real knife.
Yeah. And eye protection. These are reading glasses, but they're giant, so they work. Next thing, I guess I could go ahead and put my turtle back together too. He's done. 'Cause I didn't really go full out in this one. I just detailed the shell and I put the Gundam marker and line the mouth.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for you to do that abomination head, but you're just leaving me hanging over here.
I know. That's the
That's the
yes, the
attraction,
resistance. That's the okay. Do you want to do the turtle or go ahead? Don't want to leave Dom hanging or we get the.
We seem to have the problem of you start something and then you move on and you just start something else and then you keep moving on.
Well, I have what I could call customizing ADHD.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Crack Cow Mafia. Welcome to the stream. Turtle Power. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. What was it called in the UK? They couldn't because Ninja.
Oh my god, that long name like superhero turtle.
Yeah, because ninjas is a too violent word, so they had to call it
Martial arts, adolescent martial art reptiles. I don't know. Amphibian.
I have no idea. These aren't the best little figures, but they're pretty well in scale of 1/12 figures. Their articulation, like you got an issue with the hips, you got like a permanent A stance, like as far as the legs will go together.
Yeah, horse riding stance.
Yep. Oh, here we go. Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles.
That was it.
Wow.
Thank you, Crack Cow Mafia. I can't really touch my keyboard when I got my setup. It's like one finger tap and look to the side. So thank you for answering that.
Also, for the record, sir, it's not a quarter horse stance. It's called a kibadachi. Thank you very much.
Keep it up.
Hey, you're talking to a city boy here, right?
Oh, well.
The legs are constructed. The knees are constructed a lot like import figures. They use rivets, which that one seems like it's bent. Anyway, I just bought them stick on the shelf because I don't have much turtles. Ninja is too violent. That's funny. Yeah, that is.
Oh god, the more I think about that. You can't do that.
Teenage Mutant Mixed Martial Arts Turtles. There you go. This one's got a floppy knee. I'm going to have to heat that up. So I'm going to just set him to the side and make Dom feel better. I'm going to start on the abomination head.
Thank you.
So I'm going to have to heat this knee up and straighten it out. Something's going to wonky if it's like the rivets went in sideways or something. I'll heat it up with a blow dryer and squeeze it together. So it's boil some water and let it soak. Pop the head off for later.
Just putting in work with me today.
Beep, beep,
Okay.
beep.
All right. Well,
I
all
found
right.
it.
I'm not.
One last thing before we get on to the abomination head.
I saw that coming.
I got this Mattel Joker, like the Heath Ledger Joker, to make a Lord Pumpkin to go with my sludge. Big Head Studios on eBay and Instagram, they make a Lord Pumpkin head. So I'm getting that. Let's see if I can pull that up. eBay. Purchase history.
Wait, Lord Pumpkin, he's got one with all the guns, right?
No, he's the scarecrow looking cat with the pumpkin head.
I'm trying to think. He's on Ultra Force opening theme, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got the little kid with the guns.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking. Yeah, the kid pops out of his cape.
Yeah.
So I lied. I'm not going to be working on duplicate because I can't sculpt that right now. My brain is like, no. So we're gonna work on this Venom head.
Full screen layout. This is the head I got here.
Oh, nice.
Oh, sweet.
I'm looking forward to getting that. I was originally thinking about using like the head from what is the Spider-Man villain with pumpkin head?
Jack-o'-lantern?
Jack-o'-lantern. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Punisher killed him. He died tragically.
They probably forgot by now and brought him back.
What was the old saying? Nobody stays dead in Marvel except for Uncle Ben.
It used to be Bucky and Uncle Ben. Now it's Uncle Ben.
Yeah, just Uncle Ben.
That used to be the common saying for the longest time that but Bucky was part of that. And I was like,
Oh man, here's one for you. I'm gonna take you back. Do you remember those the magazines when they had the Mort of the Month in it?
The what now?
The Mort of the Month, when they showed like the worst character villains from Marvel, like Paste Pot Pete.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Oh man,
I
it
remember
was like
something like that. Yeah.
yeah, like they show the worst characters from Marvel. Like I said, they had like Paste Pot Pete, and it was like, God dang, it was somebody else. Asbestos Man. What was the other dude? Ox. Like I didn't call him Ox.
Of course, you got the armadillo in that thing. Pretty cool.
Yeah. But how you gonna call somebody? How you gonna have a dude that shoots asbestos?
At least it's deadly.
Yeah.
Well, then again, this is also the same company that created that dude that ran off of heroin.
Thank you, sir.
It was the 90s.
Oh yeah, I remember that the heroin guy. My friend's got the comic book shop. He was telling me about the dude with the. Hey, thank you very much, Southtown Paint Scraps.
Like I think they said he was literally like one of the strongest characters in the Marvel universe, except he would overdose and die.
Yeah, his power. He got his superpowers from cocaine.
That was it. Yeah.
And he wasn't a villain.
No, he was a hero.
It's like what? when he started telling me about that character, he's like, "Oh, it's a villain." I'm like, nope.
Yep, that dude was straight up a good guy. He died of a heart attack. He OD'd. Who does that?
Apparently Marvel.
Like I don't know how'd they get past the ratings board, man? Like that? Come on.
That might have been right around the time they got rid of the code or something. I don't know.
Like, God.
Grinding off these are great head castings. I think you got some stuff from the guy from Hampton and Don. These heads. Well, what is his name? It wasn't Big Head Studios. It was another guy. Watch list.
One of these days, y'all get me to take the plunge and I'll actually start ordering some of this stuff. But God dang, so scared.
There we go. I'll share the screen again. Well, Southtown Paint Apps, you want to come on and hang out with us for a little bit? I can copy the. Let's see. I hit the wrong button. I'm still learning this stuff. Share screen. Paste and go. There we go. And this guy has some great castings. His quality castings are really good.
Oh wow.
I got these for pyro. These flame effects.
Mm-hmm.
And they fit in those tubes on the 2-pack pyro with the Rogue. They fit
Oh, okay.
perfect.
Yeah.
They fit in those little slots, and they're stout. Like they're not
Like
floppy pieces. They're hard.
Are they a resin cast or?
They're resin cast, and they stay nice and firm.
That's awesome.
Plug in there, nice and secure, and he gives you bonuses too when you order from him. This is cool here too. Like, you made a Sentinel head for the Kree Sentry,
Oh, sweet.
so you can have smaller Sentinels.
Yeah.
And it's a problem. I'm moving my cursor over to the StreamYard when I should be over where the window I'm sharing. He's got good castings for weapons too. He's with the rifles, pistols. You get all that together for $13.50
That's a good deal.
and free shipping, at least for us. I don't know about Canadian prices, shipping prices. Well, here's a good deal. Here, $15. You get all this. You get 4 pistols, 2 smaller machine guns, a large rifle, and 2 katanas for $15.
Nice.
Okay, well now I think I've teased Dom enough. I'll get back. This is the guy I bought the Abomination head from. I'll get back to work on this head. Trying to get back to the cursor to the right spot. It messes with you because your cursor is moving up on the share screen, and it's like, wait a minute, why is it not going down to the butt? Oh, I'm on the wrong screen.
Don't stop playing with your emotions, Dom.
Okay. I'm thinking I should probably go ahead and just paint the inside of the mouth first thing and paint the eyes. Then I can do I think I'm going to do yellow eyes like on the SDC one. Torchworks Priming Made is by far legit awesome custom. Thank you very much. I've refined that one where it's one of my favorites too. It's the mascot for the channel right now. I'm going to make this one's going to go up on eBay when I get done with it. It's one of those things. If I don't know what to work on, I'll work on this one. I'm going to make another one, the same version of Prime for myself. Haven't got around with it. This one's going to be for to go up on eBay. Who knows when? Like I said, I have 80 customizing ADHD. Ooh, I work on this. No, I'm working on this.
Like I said about your Prime, though, that Prime custom is probably perfection. Like I don't think there can be a better recipe, or you know what I mean, like from what you've done.
Yeah, it's
you pretty much got that down to a science, my man.
The warpath using the warpath feet worked out perfect too. They're smaller, and because Prime didn't have the giant clown feet like they end up putting on all these figures.
Yeah.
Like the warpath, the feet that come on it look ridiculous on the warpath because they're too big. Crash bang. Look, those are honking huge feet for this size figure.
Yeah.
I think if this had the feet, you take some feet off like a Hyperion mold.
Yeah, those.
For this.
That's actually what I've been using.
Yeah.
That.
This is not, as it sits, it's not that much taller than a Hyperion mold. It's just got better proportions.
Yeah. And better posability. I don't know how that happened.
Oh yeah, very much better articulation. The straight up Hyperion chest needs to be retired, like the original Hyperion chest.
Yeah.
They got the updated one. that came with the young Thor. That's a lot better chest. Well, I don't know why they don't use that chest now whenever they use the Hyperion.
Oh, they don't need to use the Hyperion body anymore.
No, I got that Captain Britain they used to make that, out of that mold. He's so clunky.
Mm-hmm. Get my eyeballs on here. Using some Citadel Air Evil Sun Scarlet for the inside of the mouth. Oh, I forgot about that. There's a option in StreamYard where we can have background music. Find something.
What is?
Trying to find background music so when we're painting, it's not so just silent. I don't want it too loud though. How's that sound to everybody? Can you hear it?
I don't hear anything.
Very faint.
Yeah. What about now?
I can hear something.
Maybe I'm just deaf.
Maybe.
Ouch.
Wait, I'm an old man too, so I don't really. I'm blind.
So my littlest one decided he wanted to take our remote control and put it for a dunk in his mom's tea just a minute ago.
Ooh. That don't want to stick too good.
Just a heads up, if you have kids, people, just know your stuff, you forfeit it all. Nothing is yours anymore.
Yeah. Okay. Crazy what's going on there. Look, the paint wouldn't want to stick to the resin. Interesting.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah, or some of the stuff I'm working on for the office, I can't do without my. Luckily, I got some older versions, some editing. I don't have any video editing software, but I got Photoshop and stuff like that, and older physical copies before they went to the cloud.
Mm-hmm.
I can do some of the work, but some other stuff I'm needing to do requires InDesign and other Acrobat Pro and a few other softwares. That's all cloud based that I have. So when are you going to get that done? When they fix the licensing?
Yeah, that's the thing.
I can't access the software that I use to edit. So we got a big annual report I got put together in InDesign.
Oh, wow.
I got the templates already made, that style templates. Yeah, my older copy of InDesign won't open now. It's InDesign, a lot of the features are not backwards compatible, so I can't use my older stuff.
That's technology for you, man. It's wonderful when it works, but when it don't, boy, oh boy, get ready for the ride.
Yeah. You would think, though, somebody would have caught that when few hundred people didn't renew their license that had it last year.
Yeah, it is pretty odd.
Like, a lot of those people were new this year. I wonder what's going on. That must have never came through any conversation.
Look, man, everybody was too focused on CNN Plus. Okay.
Let's see. It's like, oh, our budget's down this year. That's what they were focused on. It's like, we spent less on software. Like, okay, why? But, I'm eventually wanting to do a Prime Evil 2 for the Ultra, the evil reanimated husk of one of the Prime shells.
What do you think about using for that? Because that's a lot of work, man.
I kind of thought about maybe even where I use the toxin for sludge. It almost could work for a Prime Evil 2.
Okay.
It's got that textured, veiny body.
Yeah, you can get them toxins pretty cheap too.
Yeah, I got a Monster Venom, but I don't want to use that for it because I'm sure he's going to go up.
Yeah, well, like I don't know what's going on with after that freaking the new one they announced on Hasbro. Had to shell out, what is it, $70?
It's $80.
Oh my god.
For the 2-pack. Well, it's $78 plus tax. So you can say $80.
God.
Well, the good thing is I didn't really want the Venom. I just wanted the Knoll. Dorp side was breaking the 2-packs up, and they'd make one figure a lot more expensive than the other. They had Knoll loose for $21.99 that you pre-ordered. So I pre-ordered 2 Knolls for $21.99.
That's what's up. I hope it's a good body. I hope it's something you can actually use.
He's huge from the looks of it. I used the chrome yellow testers on the Damaru head, the smaller 6-inch one, the classic Damaru. I'm sure I'm butchering that pronunciation, but I dry brushed. So I didn't like how dark the orange flames were. On the box, it's like bright, vibrant flames. Dry brush some of this chrome yellow over top of that orange flames. Turned out great. Paintbrushes. Eyeballs back on.
Who here is ready for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness?
I'm curious about it. I'm not big in going to the movies anymore. I'm fine with waiting.
Yeah, you just gotta avoid spoilers.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah, I think IGN posted recently there's a bunch of spoilers out, and everybody needs to, if you don't want them, watch out.
Yes.
Yeah, but you know what? What makes me laugh is people, even with the shows like, for example, Boba Fett and Mandalorian and now Moon Knight, whatever. People watch the episode and then they go say something about it on social media. Like, why?
Yeah.
I mean,
not everybody can watch it. Not everybody can watch it right away.
Yep.
Yeah.
If it was up to me, I'd let the whole all whatever 6, 9, 12 episodes go, and then I watch them all at once or over a couple of days. You know what I mean? But you can't do that anymore because people spoil everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you go into the collector groups, it's like, hey, did you see Moon Knight do that thing?
No.
Isn't it crazy when the Superior Spider-Man start jumping up on Oprah Winfrey's couch and start going, "I'm in love with Katie Holmes"?
Yeah. Did you guys watch Boba Fett?
I did.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not going to spoil anything. Plus, it's already been a while, so
If you're in here and you get spoiled, it's your fault.
Yeah, if you wanna
Spoilers.
just shut it off. But every time something happened on an episode of Boba Fett, you know, somebody in my stream would not my stream, sorry, somebody in my timeline feed would always say, like, right after he watched the episode, like, I mean, right when they air it. So it's like you didn't even give people a chance to go home and watch the episode. You know what I mean?
Oh,
It's
what a
almost
jerk.
like it's like, oh, did you see whatever? Did you see Luke, or did you see Cad? Did you see Cad Bane, or did you see? And it's like, seriously, dude, like, and like he'd take a still of the picture, a still picture of the screen, and post it on the feed, and it's almost like, really? So it's not even like you're looking for spoilers. Somebody would just put it, like there you are scrolling through your timeline, and then all of a sudden it's like, wow, like, really, buddy?
Yeah, he was just trying to be a jack.
I don't know. Some people are just so stupid like that, man.
You want to, in between coats on the Abomination head too. I'm going to start detailing the rest of the body up.
I'll chalk it up to childhood excitement. There you go. We'll say it was childhood zeal. Give him the benefit of a doubt. But I doubt that's really what it was.
Some people just want for the clout to hey, I got it first.
Yeah, I ain't never understood that, man. Like, what is it? What does it do for you? Do you feel good about yourself? Does your grandma pat you on the back?
Let's see what we want to do.
Like, did y'all hear? Bobby leaked it.
Did you see when Bobby Boucher jumped out and tackled the Mandalorian?
That would have been hilarious. That'd be great.
He said, "My Mandalorian said." At the Rancors are angry because they can't brush their teeth.
Man, now I gotta go watch all these crazy movies because of you people. Y'all making me flash back. I really gotta go watch Tropic Thunder like 15 times though.
I'll do a wash on the Abomination, and then I'm going to detail spikes out. Let the first coat on the eyes and mouth dry before I do the green. So put some wash on some pots. My wash video took off really big. For on the retro card thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's over 4,000 views.
Nice. Oh, I was searching for a review for I forget what figure it was now, and just to let you know, your review popped up there too.
Oh, good. What figure was it?
Retro Hercules. I was looking for a size comparison with Retro Hercules. I was trying to see if he was compared to different lines out there.
Yeah.
Different McFarlane, just to see if the size difference. But I didn't catch anything. But yeah, your Hercules review was part of the search. So
yeah, you're starting to pop up on Google a lot too, man. I want to take screenshots next time and send them to you.
I like my Hercules reviews that people didn't get. I thought it was funny when I put like the Eddie Murphy, like Professor the Clumps out there going Hercules.
Yeah, I started laughing because I totally forgot about that. I was like, jeez, I forgot he did that.
I bet nobody caught the music that's playing during like the intro, like the title card side.
Yeah.
Remember like the Kevin Sorbo Hercules series in the 90s?
Oh, this thing was awesome, dude. I watched that and Xena.
Me too.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like I watched all those. That's the theme. I put some music I put on that. It's like,
well, that's one of the first places you've seen Bruce Campbell.
yep,
Oh yeah, Autolycus, King of Thieves.
yep,
Yeah.
yep.
I ain't gonna lie, I was an Evil Dead fan, so you know.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say my first introduction was Evil Dead. Oh, that looks so cool. That wash is really working really good on this Abomination.
You know what's funny though?
just-
You know. Oh, sorry about that, man. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I'm talking about Bruce Campbell, man. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying, is that the black, blackish wash?
Yeah, the brownish gray wash that's called black wash.
Yeah.
It's softening like those highlights they put on this Abomination is really stark. That wash really blends it really well.
Yeah, it looks. Yeah, that looks.
Yeah, you got.
good.
Well, there's side by side. This one looks like somebody just airbrushed it on there, but when you put that wash on there, it blends it better.
Yeah. Yeah, that does look much better. It's not so bright.
This stuff is like magic for certain things.
See, I gotta check. I don't think the Michaels around. Michaels here has like these testers paints. Well, I know they were not gonna have them now, but
Yeah. I stopped at the Michaels here this past week, and they had a few of these left. None of the black, 'cause some jerk went and bought all the black when they were on clearance.
yeah, I heard about that guy.
But there's the other colors was still there. They reduced the tester section down to tiny, just the enamels, and you got what few of these were down on the bottom shelf.
Yeah, I just don't get it though. Like for a company that's been doing so good, like I mean, a lot of customizers use their paint. That's just
Rust-Oleum.
customizers.
It was Rust-Oleum. They bought the company and just shut it down. It makes no sense. It is the standard for paint. There's no company out there that has the amount of colors that testers add.
And the quality.
Yes, the quality too. It's like the Doctor Strange. I could look at that and I was able to easily mix the purplish blue that's on that retro Doctor Strange.
Mm-hmm.
It was French blue, gloss purple, and a little bit of white. I mean, just a touch white, and it matched perfectly. It was easy to match up. This new the Tamiya, they don't have enough paints variations in color to easily do it. I've been trying to mix up some Hulk green, the base green, and I've been struggling trying to get the Tamiya to mix right. I'm just going to give up and go back to testers and get my base green.
You know, Tamiya was made for like model kits like Gundams and
yeah. It looks so much better.
Yeah, the light part on the inside there, it blends a lot better now.
Yep.
Now I'm gonna have to do that to mine when I finally get around to doing it.
Ever since I'm having to wait for the lighter colors, the red and the yellow, to dry on the eyes, it's like, well, I'm gonna wash this. Yeah, I like that. Then I can go back in too if I want to and take that little bit of super clean and just knock off some of the high spots. Like I did with the thing. I want it a little lighter. Oh yeah, it gives it more of a reptilian look to it.
Mm-hmm.
Which I may end up dry brushing some other greens on top of it too. I'll make this project more in depth than I started. If anybody wants to hang out with us, I dropped the link to the StreamYard into the chat. You're more than welcome to come on, hang out with us. More the merrier. Ask anything you want. Customizing related.
Yeah.
But I want to put that modifier in there.
You're gonna open up the Pandora's box on us, man.
I do not know what you need to get for your wife for her birthday.
Usually it's the same color as the Abomination. that works universally.
Yeah.
Word from the wise: if you don't want to spend forever sculpting, do not do a symbiote head. I'm redoing this Venom, and this is like the worst thing ever.
I gotta send.
Hey, Emilio Lopez.
What's up? I gotta send you a couple of my customs so you can put them up. You just put them up on the screen because I don't think anyone's seen my customs yet.
Yeah. Everybody in the chat, aggravate these two to get Instagram accounts so they can put their customs up.
What's an Instagram?
I need a paintbrush.
I'm gonna send them to you, Jared.
We're gonna have him do it.
You can,
We're gonna sign a petition, put him on your thing.
yeah, I don't see myself getting another. So I'm getting tired of being on one social media account.
Plus, I get best interactions from Instagram, from sharing pictures and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The Facebook started, I think, trying to. Everybody went to Facebook for a long time, and it's kind of like dying down. You don't get as much interaction there, but you get really good interaction from like a lot of the customizing people from Instagram. I don't even remember which music I picked. I like that one. Brand. Not driving. That's looking all right. It looks terrible right now, but it's a slow process.
Now that reminds me of the Sasquatch head I was painting. Remember all the different tones?
Oh yeah.
It started looking horrible when I started adding the lighter. I was like, "What the hell am I doing here?" But it just came together.
Yeah, these are pretty well outdone. They're for a third-party masterpiece style transformer. It's for the Magic Square Light of Freedom. It's their masterpiece style Optimus Prime. These were translucent orange. They did, to me, they're like for the hip piece. I didn't like them being translucent, so I got some Tamiya chrome yellow. I scuffed them down and shot them with chrome yellow, and I think it's going to look a lot better.
How many viewers we got so far? I can't see a thing.
Actually, I'm using the Gamerverse Abomination. That's what I'm using that head for. I'm doing a wash on the Gamerverse body. I'm going to do some detailing, some dry brushing on it after I do the wash. I detail the fingernails and stuff. And I'm painting the head. It's a casting of the Build-A-Figure head. And so I'm painting this up to match the Gamerverse body. I'm using Citadel Castilian Green. It's pretty close to the Abomination base green. How you holding in there, Hulk Smash?
Not too bad.
Well, he was talking about when I accidentally forgot to go live, and we talked for about 5 minutes. He's been getting over the C word.
Yeah.
It's fun, isn't it, man? I had it twice.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. It's like a flu, basically, right?
Can you taste?
Not as good, but
You think probably might be that you got about the Transformer one, the Omnicron.
I'm more of an Omega Supreme kind of guy.
Either way, we're glad you're here, bud.
Yep. One thing to set up the classic Doctor Strange by putting the magnet in the chest and stuff. Eventually getting it set up for either GPS slot or somebody out there is going to make a really nice soft goods cape for that. Put the camera up a little bit more. So I can connect the cape the same way like I did with Prime's capes in the Superman I made for Hulk Smash. I like with soft goods. I like embedding magnets into the body and putting magnets on the cape. That way, you can take the cape off if you want to, for a clean look.
Hey, I know I'm a new guy in the group, but I keep hearing you making stuff with Hulk Smash. I'm getting kind of hurt, man.
Well, I've known Hulk Smash for what now? 16 years now.
At least, yeah.
At 16, 17 years.
That's awesome. It's okay. I'll still weasel my way into your heart.
We've been doing this stuff for a while.
I promise you that Lobo gun will make it to you at some point.
Oh, no rush.
Well, no, my wife was getting on me about it. She's like, "Send it to him. You promised. Keep your word." I'm like, yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Give me her contact information. I'll get her a Hound Youth Beta Instagram account.
oh, thanks. Here's the problem. She made me one. I'm just trying to remember what it was.
Unicron. That's what you got, Dom, the Unicron.
One shall stand, one shall fall. God dang it, Dom stood.
For a time, I considered sparing your wretched little planet. But now, you shall witness its dismemberment.
Good old Orson Welles.
I will not do it full-on Unicron voice because it rips my throat up. I can do it a lot better than that. But it hurts. It's like doing the Macho Man voice. Yeah, it will tear your throat up.
Good old Randy Savage. Oh, yeah. You ever seen that commercial with him? The cream of the crop?
Oh, yeah.
The cream always rises.
Yep. The cream of the crop.
Remember his Slim Jim commercials were good.
Oh, yeah.
Those are the best, man.
I wish I bought that SDC exclusive, the Slim Jim. Yeah. They made a cream of the crop figure here recently, too.
Are you serious?
He came with little creamers.
Oh, man. I got to find it. I don't care how much it costs.
There's two of them. There's a red one and a variant. They start doing WWE. Oh, Mattel started doing their WWE Elite figures to have a Chase variant now.
Okay. The creep of the crop. Mean Gene.
So,
Those are good old days of wrestling, in my opinion.
yes, sir.
Junkyard Dog.
I like that era, and I like the Attitude Era.
Oh yeah. The Bushwhackers.
Yep.
I just saw the American Trader Sergeant Slaughter figure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, remember when he became a heel?
Yep. You know what was punishment from Vince McMahon?
No, I didn't.
See, he left the WWE or WWF at the time. Hasbro approached Slaughter about being a G.I. Joe, and he was all in for it. Went to talk to Vince. Vince said, "You can't do that. We just signed a contract with LJN. Be a conflict of interest." So Vince told him, "You can't do that while you're working here." And his wife said, "How many times are you going to get the opportunity to be the first real life G.I. Joe?"
Yeah.
And so he quit the WWE to go work for Hasbro.
Okay.
And when he came back to WWE, that's when he did the heel turn.
Mm-hmm.
I know making an All-American hero do that.
Do what?
What he did to the punishment was, he's supposed to be an All-American hero.
Yep.
That was always the thing. And then you make him a traitor like that.
Yep.
Yeah,
And I
that's
tell
kind
you,
of jacked up.
Vince McMahon, he can be wow. That guy messed up.
Oh, Sarge got death threats and everything from that.
He didn't care, man. McMahon is a turd. He still is. To this day, he will be a turd.
But Sarge was a trooper. He did what he did it. He didn't complain. He just did what he did to have a job.
You got to pay the bills, man.
So I'm thrilled for him for getting all these license deals now. So I'm glad he owns the rights to the character.
Does he own the rights to the character now?
Yeah. He originally came out with that character like in the 70s.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
In the independent circuits, back when they did the territory stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So Robert Remus owns Sergeant Slaughter.
Okay. So that's why he can do Action Force and G.I. Joe at the same time, and they can't say nothing.
I can't get over these people's like, Bobby Valla's going to be mad. He went to Bobby was fine with it. It's like, Bobby's already made his money from Sergeant Slaughter figures. He knows. Plus, Slaughter's in his 70s. And good for him to still make money. He can't get in the ring, so make money on the license.
I mean, he's a good dude, too, man. Like, you've met him, I've met him.
Yeah. And last November, my buddy and I met him down to Retro Toy Con down North Carolina, South Carolina.
Yeah.
And super nice guy.
He was so nice to my daughter, man. She met him. She had never seen, she watched some of the older G.I. Joes.
Yeah, he clowns around with you too, and like he keeps up what his merchandise sells for too.
Mm-hmm.
He got the SDC Sergeant Slaughter figure. It was painted up like the Hasbro G.I. Joe figure from Mattel. And it's sneaky how they got around doing that since that's Mattel paint. That was a clearly Hasbro inspired paint scheme, but the only thing they didn't do, they didn't put the G.I. Joe down the leg. They had the red, white, blue, the USA on the chest, the green tank top. Is like the original Melloway Slaughter figure from Hasbro.
Mm-hmm.
And signed that sucker sells for like $900, something like that.
Yeah, that's so funny.
And so my buddy's got his sign now. And when he got through signing it, Sarge just picked it up and stuck it in his coat. He's like, "Thank you for stopping by."
Well, that's awesome.
Didn't he comment on your custom?
Yeah, he really liked that. I made that classified Sergeant Slaughter. I forgot about that. Mentioned that. And he loved it. He said, "Yo, freaking Joe."
Dude, that's awesome. That's like one of the best things ever here.
Yep. And now we're getting an official Hasbro slaughter. So all these people think, I don't know what it is. The toy collector community too recently it's gotten. Yeah, Sergeant Slaughter was originally a heel to begin with. The entire character was a heel. Then he later on, like in the 90s, maybe not 90s, the 80s, they did the push to make him like the real American like, hero type deal. Even before Hasbro, that's when Hasbro got Hasbro's attention.
I just got something to drink.
I don't know what it is. Like some of these toy people are like they like they want drama. It's like we're toy collectors. Why are you wanting drama?
Yeah, that's good.
Because we're toy collectors.
I guess.
Look, man, we're nerds. We're the
What do you
dregs
think
of
about
society.
Sarge has so far 3 different companies that make figures of him.
Oh, you think about too. He's G.I. Joe. He's a wrestling figure, wrestling character.
And Valverse.
He's got Valverse, and he's got a He-Man figure, the Masters of WWE.
Yeah, so we got Mattel.
Wait, he's one of those figures?
Yep, I got it. I actually have it sitting over in a box over here.
Oh my god!
Masters of WWE Sarge. He's got like the Man-at-Arms style armor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the 3 different companies then. Mattel.
He's got 3 different companies and 4 different brands.
Yeah.
I showed my son the episode Sergeant Slaughter shows up in the original G.I. Joe, where he was taking it to the Cobra Bats, I think it was.
Yep. Well, the
just
Joes were getting overwhelmed by the bats, and Sarge shows up and starts
drops them all.
Yep.
Like, who is that man?
He's beating up Cyborg, basically like Terminators by hand.
The fact that he told, what was it, Colonel Falcon, or was it General Falcon at the time? I think it was General Falcon. He PT General Falcon? Like, that man didn't care. Like, like, I'm whipping you all into shape.
I kind of wish I got the Action Force, that 500 run exclusive from Action Force to Sergeant Slammer. I should have got one of those just to keep in the box. That's another thing on the UK. It's like couldn't call Sergeant Slaughter because it's too violent.
Oh my gosh.
They were dealing with that stuff before we were.
Good old PC.
There's the Fox Kids in the 90s was pretty bad too, though.
It was the greatest.
Now, Fox Kids in the 90s, when they got Beast Wars, they censored a lot of violence out of that show. Which they took punches out. On the very first episodes, when Dinobot challenges Optimus Primal for leadership of the Maximals, they edited out Primal punching Dinobot.
Didn't that would have hit him and his head spun around?
I can't remember. It's been so while. It may have been, but it was too, I guess, graphic for Fox Kids. That's why one of the reasons too. The Beast Machines, they got rid of all the guns. Beast Machines, I hate that show.
I am transformed into trash.
I called them Mighty Morphin Robots because they didn't transform.
Yeah, that show was terrible, man.
The writers pretty well actively made it troll the audience too. They did. The fans were a little vocal about their dislike for it too. And I think they threatened him, so he didn't go to conventions back in the day, BotCon and stuff. But he actively tried to ruin the mythos of Beast Wars and Transformers in general.
You know, I wonder why they never dubbed Beast Wars Neo and Beast Wars the Second.
I would love to. There's a I got a like favorite channels on list on my page on YouTube. There's a guy like I think it's AI. He upscales remasters old cartoons, and he's got Beast Wars Neo on there. It's subtitled, but you can watch it in HD.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I'll tell you right now, if you go watch that, if you watch the intro to Beast Wars Neo, I mean, no, not Beast Wars Neo, Beast Wars 2, that you may not know what they're saying, but the theme of that music will be stuck in your head for days.
Oh, is that good?
It's very catchy.
That's how it's supposed to be, though.
Yeah.
I'm sure one day Hasbro will be like, "Hey, wait a minute, guys, it's a gold mine. We need to remaster and bring this out."
I don't understand it. It's there. They don't have any cartoons right now.
Well, if you remember, we got a lot of the toys.
Yeah, they did release some of the toys. Yeah, some of the ones that got released as Dinobots and Machine Wars were Beast Wars Neo toys.
We got Magna Boss. Magna Boss was little Lio Convoy.
Yep.
His combiner.
And the Magmatron, the 3 dinosaur. He was a leader of Beast Wars Neo.
Yeah, the Destrons.
And he was released under the Dinobot brand during the Beast Machines run.
I remember that. God, Beast Machines is so bad.
Yeah.
I even tell my kids, man, because I have like all the episodes on DVD. And I'm like, just don't touch it. We don't talk about it. It's like that uncle that comes over and we're just like, just shun him. We don't talk about Bruno.
Yeah, that AI channel I got favorited on my channel. He's got the Beast Wars 2 on there. He's upscaling HD.
Oh, good. Well, see, mine is not, so I need to do that because I've been trying to show my kids Beast Wars, and everything I find is, grainy.
But check out the LinkTree channels or favorite channels, whatever it is, how it is on there. I think it's near the top of my list. I've been watching Big Guy and Rusty.
Dude, I love that show.
He's got those remastered.
Did you ever read the Big Guy and Rusty comics?
I did not read the comics, but man, if it wasn't would it be such a pain in the butt? I got an extra Hydra Stomper. It's like looks a lot like the Big Guy.
Thing as me. You thought the same thing as me.
It looks a lot like the Big Guy.
Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking. Party poppers. That show was all. He's like, what are they fighting a psychic dude? Of course, you saw it coming. You're psychic, but
they could not make that cartoon for kids today.
No.
Well, they were blowing up aliens, shooting them, killing them.
Well, didn't that one dude like head explode?
Probably.
Yeah, the brain guy. His head exploded.
The spider brain.
He was like actively sucking people's brains.
Yeah.
He was voiced by Tim Curry.
Yep. This paint is behaving weird on this resin casting I got from that dude.
What's it doing? Like clumping or?
It's like wanting to raise up. Like it's like
bubbling?
Not bubbling. It's like the material's hydrophobic.
And is it resin?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Very. Tell you what I will do. See if this will work. I'll mix some paint with this brush cleaner. It's got some acetone in it.
Yeah, this venom head's going. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh yeah. I want to make your screens equal.
This is 100% sculpt. I don't know how it's going to turn out when I'm done, but I've been needing to do this. I got to figure out how to do it. Say what?
Trying to get a look at it, yeah.
What do you think?
Looking good.
Whoa. Okay. Note to self: Citadel does not mix well with brush cleaner.
Oh no! Oops! I wish I'd have known you was using Citadel. Man, yeah, you got to use water.
I've used it with Tamiya and it works fine, but not that.
Yeah, with Citadel, the best thing I've used, honestly, has been just straight a little drop of water, maybe some alcohol in the water, like a 30-70 mix. Cause what was that? I took some of my. I've got to rehydrate this one right here. I took it and I put some of my Vallejo, and it turned it into a sludge.
Huh. Hate to do this to you, Dom. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to strip this. I'm gonna have to hit this with some kind of sealer before I paint it, because the paint is not wanting to do well on it. I am soaking it in super clean. Well, I can do the wash on the rest of the parts then.
Every time you say that super clean, I just think about those Japanese commercials. Super clean.
Diaclone. I love watching vintage Japanese toy commercials.
Yeah, they're hilariously good.
They do all that cool stop motion on their toy commercials.
They actually did a new Diaclone commercial recently. It was pretty cool looking.
You can't say Diaclone. You gotta say Diaclone.
No, sorry, forgive me, and being a gaijin.
Well, I think I probably mentioned it before. I didn't think nothing about it because I didn't know at the time. I don't know if you guys ever watched on Amazon Prime. James May's got a show. James May, Man in Japan, and he travels in Japan, sees the sights and different things, tells you the different facts of it. And I didn't know anything at the time, but if you when you go to a restaurant, if they think you're being rude, they make your wasabi hotter.
Get wrecked.
And I wasn't being rude, but I remember I stopped at a restaurant and I always get wasabi and use it as dipping sauce. So I love spicy stuff. And for some odd reason, that day for the dinner buffet, they didn't put any wasabi out. I said, "Well, I can come another time. I just if no wasabi, I don't want to eat that tonight." I said, "No, we'll make you wasabi." They brought it out to me, and it was a lot hotter than normal. I loved it. It was less green, is more of a closer to the root color. If it's got a little more brownish hue to it, it's hotter.
My man was
like, it didn't hit on me until after watching that show. It was like, because they come out and ask me, "How's the wasabi?" I said, "It's perfect. You need to make it like this every time." I bet I just made him so disappointed because they didn't burn me up.
He's a machine.
It's like we were trying to burn you up. It's like he's just telling us to make it hotter. At that same restaurant, me and a buddy of mine, we were eating they had hot pepper chicken. He looked at me and was like, is it me or is the hot pepper chicken not as hot as it used to be? I said, "Well, we are using wasabi as dipping sauce." I think it's us.
That's when you know you've been desensitized.
I got some. I keep some in the fridge upstairs. It's good on just a regular sandwich. Ooh, that's actually made a pork roast today. So I'm gonna make a pork roast sandwich with some wasabi tomorrow.
I'll make you a Cubano, man. Make a Cubano. One of the best sandwiches on the man.
Oh, a Cuban or a Cubano? Is it Cubano? Is what it's called, or
Yeah, it's a Cuban sandwich, but it's called a Cubano.
yeah? I don't think I've had one.
If I say
I've had a
anything,
Cuban
if I say anything other than that, I got an aunt that'll kill me.
Cubano.
Yeah, she, you know,
Uh,
my Spanish family don't like me speaking that American.
I can speak some pretty good Appalachian American.
I will say this to anybody thinking they can't do this, don't ever think you can't, because this
Oh yeah,
is like, well, like I said, man, I'm gonna plug you every episode I get a chance. You inspired the crap out of me. Like even the sculpting I'm doing on this Venom, I was used to be too scared to sculpt until
oh well,
I saw a lot of.
we were all there. Everybody starts from square one.
You know, you learn little new techniques.
Yep.
Like I made this tool right here, man. I've got this a round piece of wire. I don't know if you can see it, a round piece of wire I bent up, made a shaper out of it, and I put a needle on the other end.
There you go.
And it just lets me get in them grooves, and that's how I'm being able to do this Venom, man. It's because you gotta explore and you gotta screw up.
Yep. Don't think it it's because I put out like some pretty customs. Don't mean I don't screw up. I screw up still.
Still saying to error is human.
Yes, sir. If somebody out there says they don't, they're lying to you.
Yeah, for real. It's just good to have a group to screw up with.
Yes, sir. Mess up together. I like I mentioned Southtown Town Paint Apps. You mentioned my prime.
Mm-hmm.
That last one I did, it is my best prime I've done. But I had to completely redo the torso.
Oh, really?
I had a bad batch of clear. I beautifully painted, ready to go. All I do is clear it, and the clear destroyed the paint.
I bet you that sucked.
Yes, I was sitting there like, It's hard not to get discouraged, even with. I've been at this long, I still get discouraged when stuff like that happens. So it's like all kinds of 4-letter words.
Well, you know, that's why I talked to you about that Red Hulk I had a problem with, man. When I had to go back on it. That's why I brought it to y'all attention, and I'm glad y'all, y'all told me to press on with it and told me, hey, man, sometimes you gotta strip it down.
Yep.
It just happens.
Yes, sir. Happens to all of us. That's one of the reasons I don't like, much as I like testers, it was testers clear.
Oh, okay.
It's been sitting in stores and shelves and warehouses. It's old. That's why that's why I switched to the Mr. Hobby stuff.
Okay.
That stuff works great. Works probably even better than testers ever did. I wish they made acrylic paints. I would assume they would be really good.
Oh, Mr. Hobby?
Yeah.
They do.
Oh, they do?
You just got to order it online.
Oh, I'll have to check it out.
What you call it used to sell it? Hobby Lobby?
Yeah.
Certain Hobby Lobby still might sell it, but I know mine, they switched straight to Tamiya. But yeah, they used to have Mr. Hobby.
Let's see. I've got one leg and the torso left to wash. Yeah, I don't think I want to have to hit that casting with some primer. Because it's actually, I'm scrub it down real good with the soaking super clean right now. So I want to Hit the let it soak in there. Scrub it real good with some hot soapy water. Rinse. Once it comes out super clean, that paint I put on the night, it'll just wash right off. I got a tub upstairs of a mix of super clean and oven cleaner for do the hardcore stripping. It don't hurt the plastic, but it will tint your light colored plastics. So
have you tried dyeing anything yet?
I have not. When John Hain, when I was a teacher, I'd tell my students, the only skiers who don't fall are the ones who never leave the bunny slope. Yes, sir.
Indeed. Wise words.
What was you asking them? Sorry.
Huh? Oh, have you ever tried dyeing?
I have not tried dyeing it. I've been very tempted to a few times. I got some I'm very tempted to do. I bought some of the Articulate Icon brown ninjas when they were on sale for $8.99.
Mm-hmm.
And brown ninjas don't really appeal to me very well.
I can agree.
So, not many ninjas in the desert. So,
if it wasn't the world we live in today, I'd start throwing jokes. But because we trying to keep it PC here, I'm gonna shut up.
Yeah.
Because boy, you open the goddamn can of worms.
Oh, yeah. I mean, brown suits. Of course. So I bought some of the black ninjas when they were on sale too, and I got some of those. I was thinking about getting some for experiment using those $8.99 brown suit ninjas.
Mm-hmm.
I won't start adding the suit part to every time I mention that now. As experimental dye figures when I eventually get around to it.
Okay. Let me know how it turns out for you. I'm interested in doing it myself.
From what I understand, you gotta buy the synthetic dye or it won't work.
Yeah, I was reading up on it.
Now you can use the other dye from back in the day,
mm-hmm.
the other dye, but you gotta add acetone to it. No,
I'm good.
That's why I never would do that, because I'm not putting acetone in hot water. I'm not boiling acetone.
No, because all it takes is one splash, man. It's the end of the day.
Yeah, it's like it go boom. Yeah, probably. I'm sure it won't, but I don't want to take the chance.
I can't say I blame you.
So I'd rather just use the synthetic now that they got it. So this is what we need with a Hulk. The Gamerverse Abomination, the butterfly goes forward and back, and it's got sculpt on the butterfly joints.
I wonder why they didn't do that.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't do that with it is weird they didn't do it with the 80th Hulk.
What'd you call it?
The 80th Hulk?
Oh, okay.
80th anniversary.
I thought you called it the Pighead Hulk.
No, that's the 20th anniversary one they got out now.
Oh my God, I hate that thing. That is like the one Hulk toy. If I buy it, I'm tearing his head off immediately.
It's too big. The head is. Like we were talking about last stream, it was like a James Rosenberg. What's his name? He put it on he put that head on the Marvel Select body, and it looks fine.
They said the artist who did it on purpose. He was just being a jackway.
I don't know why they didn't try to style it like the Marvel Legends head, like the original one, like the snarling teeth out head.
I don't know. The bad part is, man, they can do all these photorealism things now. I need me some Jeff Loeb Hulks, because Jeff Loeb was like when I really got real big in the Hulk.
Yeah,
his runs.
Oh, what gets me too, the color on that Hulk is so dark. It's actually the color, the skin tone on that Hulk matches up better with the for the Maestro than the skin tone they put on the Maestro. The Maestro skin tone is too light, too much of a light green. He should be much darker.
Yeah, because has anybody tried stripping that thing, his mustache and beard off to see what it looks like underneath?
I don't know. The hair piece should come off. It's a separate piece. I don't know about the beard.
I was always wondering if that was like a decent Hulk head sculpt underneath there.
I hate the windswept hair. It's fine if it's the only figure on your shelf, but once you start putting it with other figures and they don't have windswept hair, and it's like, why is your hair blowing in the wind when nobody else is?
Because he Hulk, man. Hulk do that.
He just passed gas.
Oh wow!
And it blew his hair.
Is Hulk Smash still on here?
Oh, I think. Let me check the message. He may not be feeling good.
That would suck.
Oh, he's got pulling up some customs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember him saying something about that.
Yep, I'll pull him up here in a second.
My man's digging.
Yep.
I don't want to see some of his work.
His Sasquatch is fantastic. It's in proper scale, not the little tiny one. Because Sasquatch is supposed to tower the Hulk. He's listed being 10 feet tall.
Yeah, he's huge.
And they made a little bitty figure.
That's another one of them characters they don't give enough love to. Like, Sasquatch is not weak by far. He's 100 ton if you read his thing, but anytime they show him, he's like Hulk fodder.
Yeah, they don't list hardly anything over 100 ton plus if they're the heavy duties.
Yeah. Dr. Squatch. You know, I thought about that. I'm wondering how Marvel's getting away with that right now.
With the what now?
Dr. Squatch. You know, so Dr. Samson and Sasquatch switch bodies.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. So right now he's Dr. Sasquatch. But I'm thinking, doesn't Dr. Sasquatch make that deodorant and such?
No. Oh, hold on, sorry. Dom sent me a message like, "No, we can't hear you." He's been talking, but it sounds off.
Oh. Maybe come back.
Oh. I wouldn't say no to you. No to you. I was just, I replied out loud to a message I read. Like, wait a minute. Yes, he can actually hear me say that, but you don't know I'm replying to him.
Come back to us, Dom.
You might need to disconnect and reconnect through the stream.
You're the glue, buddy. You hold us together.
He's what he's doing. He's kicking himself out, and he's probably come back in.
Dom's from Canada, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you're the Canadian glue, Dom. We need you.
Oh,
what time is it?
It is 10:43.
Oh God, I'm gonna have to run in a minute. I got doctor's appointments all next week.
Oh, I understand that.
I got physical therapy and everything else on the blissful whole sun coming up.
There.
Get your shoulder squared away. Dom, you're back.
Testing. Dom, can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
There you are.
That was weird because I was talking.
We thought you left, like wasn't feeling good and took off. Forgot to log out.
Yeah, passing out while we're on live stream.
Like, well, it wouldn't be the first time I've seen somebody do that.
Yeah. But yeah, and you mentioned it. I sent you some of the customs if you wanted to show.
Yeah, I'll pull them up here in a second. I'm about to finish up the wash on the parts.
You know, Dom, you could add me on Facebook too, buddy.
Yeah, we could do that.
There we go. That looks a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were talking. We didn't hear your reply. We was talking about like why couldn't they done this with the 80th anniversary? The butterfly joints go forward on this one too.
Yeah, the thunderclap.
Why can't the Hulk get forward?
You know, I think I told you last week what I think. They're gonna get all the use they can possibly get out of the 80th body, and then that'll be the next big thing for a Hulk figure. They're gonna have a forward-facing butterfly joint, and then everybody's gonna want to buy all the new Hulks again.
Oh yeah,
That seems like a Hasbro thing.
Yeah.
That really does. Like, I hate to say it.
they like getting you to rebuy the figures again.
Yeah.
Not the refigured, not just the. Well, it wasn't just the figures. Now they are reissuing the old figures with the Legacy line.
Yeah.
Which I don't mind the what's his name, the Build-A-Figure from that wave. They're going to do a standalone as a Target exclusive.
Yeah, Baku.
Baku.
Yeah.
I like to get him, so I never did build the figure because I didn't want that wave because it's all the entire wave mostly just Black Panther.
Yeah.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was Black. You had a Loki, which had one part. No, what was that wave?
It was.
I ended up with a piece of it, the torso.
Mm.
Yeah, it was the Nakia. It was not Shuri. Shuri came in the Hulk wave. There was like two different Black Panthers. There was Killmonger. Yep. Both, I think, two different versions of Killmonger.
And we had it in his tactical gear and in a suit, Black Panther suit.
There was Claw.
It was the Claw. That's how I got the torso. I bought the Claw to make a G. Jonah Jameson.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I got the torso. But the rest of the wave, I didn't really, because I already had every character in that wave. Because it was just variations of same characters.
Yeah.
I still can't get over this Spider-Man fiasco that's going on, man. These prices.
Oh yeah.
I want the bad part is I don't want the figures to have them for collection. I want them for the bodies. I've been going Spider-Man crazy trying to fill out my son's collection.
Yeah. The only thing I've ordered from those new figures, I ordered like the Black King Noel from Loose from Dorkside Toys.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to order that Venom for myself.
They're charging $65 just for the Phenom. I was like, yeah, I'm good with the black with Noel.
Yeah, I'll buy the 2-pack, but God, I ain't wanting to.
Well, I've seen Target already drop the price. Well, not Target. Amazon dropped the price on some of those figures. The Peter Ned 2-pack.
Mm-hmm.
They already dropped the price.
You know what?
Because they know nobody's gonna buy them.
Yep.
You know what?
Hey, come on, man. It's ridiculous to do that to customers.
The Dorkside broke that one up too. I was like, but they made Ned the cheap one.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want the Ned. I want the Peter because it make a great, but find a good head swap. They've been a base body to make Kevin Green the human form of Prime.
Yeah.
It's the only thing about doing a blackwash.
Oh damn!
It should. Of course, it's acrylic; it'll come off pretty easily. But okay, let's look at some. Pull up.
Okay, so these teeth are not wanting to work with me. I'm gonna have to do some more material. I guess this is it for my Venom tonight. He is gonna have to wait for tomorrow. My clay is starting to harden. Go waves. Set him here to dry. Straight out of Compton. This is waiting for you, Steve. One day you will get it. Oh, question, Steve.
Yeah.
With this gun, did you want me to go ahead and bore some holes in it, or you want to leave it as is?
You can just leave it as is.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, I go by my middle name, Jared.
Oh, okay.
I was in the days when you kept saying Steve. I was like, come up, Captain America.
Oh, well, my
Sorry.
apologies. My apologies, Jared.
No, brother.
This is what happens to the new guy.
When I was in college and when I worked retail,
Mm-hmm.
I went by Steve because people seem to have a problem with Jared.
Oh, well, yeah, you know, Subway.
Well, they couldn't pronounce it. I get Jerry, Gerald, Gerard, anything that starts with J or G.
That was your name?
Yeah.
That had to be irritating, man.
Yep, that's why I went by Steve.
Yeah, understood. So I'll start calling you Jared.
Sure.
Or can I call you Jay?
That's fine.
In that case, you can just call me Silent K.
Here's a custom that Hulk Smash did.
Wait a minute, that was yours? I've seen that custom before.
On the pit body?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you upload that to Figures Realm?
The only place I ever put that was on Facebook.
I remember, dude, I've seen that custom. Somebody either stole your custom or I've seen that custom.
Well, you see this custom here. I don't know if you've ever heard of Fast Freddy. Freddy Fueler.
No.
He's one of the pioneers in the customizing. What he did was he wanted the pit forearms, like, so I sent him the pit arms and the legs, and what he did was he grafted a what were those? You remember those 12-inch movie Hulks that they made?
Oh yeah. The Rotocast ones.
Yeah, the Rotocast. Actually, they weren't actually from the movie. They were more comic looking. So
yes.
What he did was he grafted on the fists for because he wanted to take my the hands that came with it, because he articulated the fingers and all that. So what he did was I'm gonna graft the fists onto the forearms for you, sculpt over because there's a gap there. He goes, and now go ahead and trim down the feet there to so it doesn't have claws on it. And he fitted the head came with a Pez dispenser.
I was going to ask if it was the Pez head.
Yeah. So he went and I actually bought the same head. I was going to do it, but he got in his phone and did the head for me. And yeah, he primed them, everything. He sent them to me. So all I did was I just painted. But yeah, he did like the sculpt work on the fist and the grafting, and on the feet and everything else. Like I said, I put it together. The head had to be modified just a little bit to fit, and yeah, just gave it a shitload of paint work.
Why does a Pez head look better than anything Hasbro's ever produced?
Tell me about it. Well, yeah, the head came along with the paint. I did like I don't know how many coats of like dark green, and I just kept on lightening up the colors and all that, and it came out pretty good. But yeah.
I like his comment here. Kevin Wolfwork, whenever I do a blackwash, it looks like I get under his nails. It looks like he got a hand transplant from a homeless gardener. Yeah, yeah. Luckily, it's time to cut my nails, so I'm gonna cut my nails more. Yeah, already cleaned up. But a little time I soaked in that. I'll clean it up and scrub it real good, and I'll put the coat of primer on it. Because something's going on with the acrylics, not wanting to stick that resin for some reason. A lot of times, if acrylic won't stick, a lacquer will. I'll just wash it real good with some hot soapy water too. Weird, I never had resin do that before.
Hmm.
And, Testo Korea, he used synthetic down figures. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Yeah, buddy. It's like, look, if you want to, you can come on the show and talk to us about it. Love to know a little more about that because I'm worried about making a mess, and that's basically enough. All I get's a mess.
My man here has an open door policy.
Yes, sir. If you would like to come talk customs, we are welcoming all comers.
Yeah, you got to see. You remember when I started doing those Ghost Riders, the Hot Flames?
Yeah.
What now? Yeah.
Oh, that's my. I made that. Oh, that was an old one. That was St. Michael. I used a NECA body for that. Which was it? Clash of the Titans body with Hawkman wings and a Doc Samson head and a Conan sword.
I couldn't hear what you said. What did you say about the hot flames, the glue?
Oh, I started experimenting with hot glue. Oh, there's my storm.
Yeah.
That's my Queen of Wakanda storm.
Oh, nice.
That was a big debate a couple of weeks ago. I remember when Jared was mentioning that guy who said I stole his idea and my custom looked nothing like his.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's this custom right here.
I mean, you did a good job, man.
It looks great.
Bump what you heard.
Oh, there. I started playing around with hot glue and I started learning how to do flames. So I went crazy with some Ghost Rider.
Nice.
I repainted the original.
Hey, buddy, welcome to the stream.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Hey, welcome, man. Welcome.
So you got any questions on dying figures? Because it was a process I did for about a good 2 months before I figured out the best way to do it.
Oh, yeah.
What colors can you do? Like
most of the colors, it varies from like dark blues and silvers and even reds. They'll dye up pretty well. But I tried dyeing the Wild Child figure, and some of the parts came out more of a bronze color. Mm-hmm. But it's also dependent on the plastics, because like the harder plastics don't take the dye as well, so you would still have to repaint on the actual hard plastics versus the soft plastics.
I've seen some really cool effects where people use the graphite and get almost like a metallic look to some stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you can get some cool stuff. And then as for the tampografts, it doesn't dye over them. They still show through. So you have to remove those.
Yeah, which this stuff works great for that.
Yeah, I've been watching. I got to pick me up something. I've been watching your show since you've been starting it.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Oh, no problem. I'm a, lower level customizer. I get to it when I can. Having a 9-year-old and working in the security industry, there's not a whole lot of time for much.
I understand.
Yeah, man, kids.
That's why I do most of my customizing at nights. Like I got a day job, and I take care of. I have an elderly, handicapped family member I take care of. So
look at you being
all at night. So
yeah, so I mean, it's a good process. You just want to do it on a low heat, though. I mean, if you do a too high heat on it, you'll ruin the figure. Like the torso pin on the inside will warp, and pieces will just go out of whack. So it's like I did it on low heat for like 2-3 hours. Just recently dyed an extra silver samurai I have, because I want to do a completely black samurai.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, the only problem is the crotch piece and the upper torso area, since they're made out of a different plastic, out of a harder plastic, it's more of a bronzes color, which is kind of cool. But everything else came out directly jet black. So I'm just gonna, since it's underneath that skirt piece, I'm just gonna wind up painting it. You won't be able to see it anyway, and just try to match the paint close as I can to the arms and the legs that dyed out really well. But then the skirt piece, you can't really use acrylics on something like that. So I bought some black leather Angelus paint for that.
Yeah. I just happen to have this extra one laying right here next to the screen when you said that. It's like,
Yeah.
I've been wondering what I don't know. If I may just put it on. I got like a wall behind me putting together,
Yeah.
and so I don't know if I want to put it on here or use this for fodder or something. Or
I just went on eBay because I had one of them in the card and it was actually the paints and everything were perfect. So then the second one I got, the paints are messed up. So use that for the dyeing process. Messed up a couple things on that, and then bought another one on eBay, just the torso and everything.
this one's got kind of a crunch card, so I got it when it was on clearance. So.
Yeah.
So does the dye change the plastic, like the quality of the plastic at all, or? Is it pretty
No,
much
it didn't change the quality of the plastic at all.
Okay.
But I will say don't, because one of the processes I learned not to do, I was like, oh, let me just shave, some of it down. Let me just, scuff it up with some sandpaper and everything else. And for some reason, it seemed to, it just kept rubbing off my fingers. So I had like black fingers for days.
Okay, so don't scuff it.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Yeah, if you don't scuff it if you don't have to, because like the legs, the upper legs, the lower legs, the feet, boots, all that stuff will die out. The arms, hands, shoulders will die out. The only thing that's not going to die out really well or match up to the dye for the softer plastic is going to be the crotch and the torso pieces, since they're harder plastic.
Gotcha.
Okay, this is the way that I was told to do. You bring the water to a boil first.
I just did it at a low heat the whole time, and then once I started seeing the steam coming out of it, I would just drop the pieces in there.
Okay, so did you do like half water, half dye, or is it complete dye?
I did mostly, like, I'd say 75-25, but then I'd come back in and add another 25%. So it's all dependent on how you do it. That dye is pretty potent, so it dyes up pretty well.
So like 25% dye and 75 water, or other way around.
I'd say 75-25 would be good, but then I did it for a while. I was letting that stuff simmer in there for about a good 2 hours and kept stirring it consistently so nothing got stuck to the bottom. But I just poured in more dye periodically. I mean, I bought 2 bottles. I still have probably a bottle and a half left.
And how many figures did you get out of it?
Oh, I mean, I dyed 3 figures in there and like about 35-40 accessory pieces.
After you get done, can you just, if you got an empty container, can you just save your dye and reuse it, or?
You probably could. I didn't try that. It's probably a good method.
Yeah.
Probably should look into that.
I heard
That's something me and Hulk Smash we were talking about one time. I was like, I don't know if you could save the dye.
Yeah, that's what one guy was saying. I watched a YouTube video. He says he just keeps it, and the next time he uses it, he just doesn't add any more water because it's already diluted.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem to boil down at all where you're losing any of the water in there. It stays there as long as you keep it on a low, steady heat. I kept that at the lowest setting possible, and it worked out just fine. But one of the things you have to do a test run with, like, if you're trying to dye guns or swords or stuff like that. If they just put it in a regular bowl of water, if it floats at the top, it's not going to dye.
Very cool.
I wonder what causes it.
I don't know. I think it's just the kind of plastic they use. Because certain ones, I mean, the only thing that you will get a little dye on certain things, but not on everything.
I have not done. What I'm saying is cool is like you telling us all this stuff. It's like I have no clue how it would work. It's like,
well, here, can you see the figure here?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so the belt is dyed. It's a Deadpool belt.
I'll put you on solo layout.
Oh wow.
Okay,
Hey,
so
I
that's
hate to
the
say this.
Deadpool belt. That's all dyed. This arm right here, that's the original Snake Eyes top part of the arm, but these lower pieces and everything else, that's strictly dyed. There's no paint on there at all.
Guys,
And it matched up pretty well.
I have to run. My phone's actually about to die.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, it'll dye up certain plastics. Other plastics, it'll be a little bit harder to get all the dye in.
Thank you for joining us tonight, Keon.
Did he jump out?
I think his phone's dying.
Well, hold on, I'll show you something here. That way you can get an idea what I'm talking about when it comes to like that silver samurai piece. Let me see if I can. All right. So here's a silver samurai piece. Now you see how it's more of a bronzish color.
Yeah.
So that's the harder plastic that's not dyeing up all that well. But the interior, for some reason, dyed up pretty well. Right here, this all dyed up completely black. But these pieces here, they're really bronze. So I'm gonna have to hit that. And these pieces also dyed out completely. There's no paint on this at all. And then the crotch piece as well, and the legs, you can see they are bronze. They're more of a bronze color.
But still a bit better base color to start from, like go over black.
Yeah, because here's like the Silver Samurai's legs without any paint. This is just strictly dye on it, or just dyed completely black. And,
dude, that's perfect.
Yeah, it's actually well worth it if you can get it. But like I said, certain pieces like this one, for some reason, it dyed out bronzes as well.
Like,
but then,
are those painted silver? Or?
Yeah, those are painted silver. I didn't take the paint down because I learned my lesson the last time. Shaving it down, it just did not work out well.
Yeah.
So, and then the helmet, it's bronze as well. A little bit of paint, it'll be fine with some leather paint. So I mean, it's like the feet, they came out pretty good, and it's got a nice little shine in them too. It's not like glossy, it's more of like a satin. Sorry about that. So certain pieces are going to dye out well, so you're still going to have to paint certain pieces, but not every single piece.
Yeah. But it is, even if it don't go all the way, it's a better closer to the color that you got to go over. So it's
and that's like the shoulder caps. It came out really good as well. It came out black.
Nice.
Just a matter of reassembling everything.
Yeah.
And then even we're like head cast, because I put the old Wolverine AOA head on the new body, because I'm currently working on Omega weapon as well.
Oh, cool.
So this is a head cast, and it was cream, but it has a little bit of bronze in the coloring, but not much. So all I got to do is go over it with some paint and some primer, and I'll be good.
That's cool. You can dye the head castings.
Yeah, you can dye the head castings. They don't seem to have any problems with it. I mean, there'll be a little bit of bronzing on it, but not all that bad.
I wonder how a white resin would do, like smooth on or something like that. How it would take.
Yeah, I gotta try that out because I've got a couple pieces that I did for the Omega weapon and see how that goes, because I'm using the 2-part epoxy sculpt, the Aves.
Mm-hmm.
Just pretty good stuff, but I don't know. I may switch back to Milliput. Seems like that was a lot easier to use.
Now, the epoxy sculpt, you gotta let it sit for a while before you can even sculpt with it.
Yeah, I usually let it sit for about 20 minutes before I even get to it.
I did find out what's really cool with epoxy sculpt, where in the super soft stage, you can use it in press molds.
Right.
Like this Hulk head.
Yep.
Made a mold, and where I don't have a pressure pot, I keep having problems with the teeth getting air bubbles.
Yeah.
I got a vacuum chamber where I can make good molds now, but I don't have a pressure pot. I took a Ames epoxy sculpt, while it's super soft, and just pushed it into the mold, and it got the best detail I've gotten out of this mold.
Yeah, that's a process I've got to try. I've been trying to pick up things from multiple people. Like I used to watch Glenn Webb and a bunch of other guys.
Yeah, Glenn was awesome.
Yeah, Glenn was great. And then I like the Craftsman, because I got to try that shrinking mold method with the mineral spirits.
That works great. I use that for use it for a few things, actually. These smaller Smart Hulk heads.
Right.
This is the original size, and I shrunk it down to the which one's right? The camera's reversed from what I'm used to. This is the smaller one. I shrunk it down using the Craftman's technique. I used that to smooth on silicone lady suggested, and I used the mineral spirits.
Right.
Mixed it up, and it shrinks.
I've got to try it because
also
I've got to try it. There's a couple projects. I want to shrink down that Colossus AOA head.
yeah.
I want to shrink that one down so I can get damn, what's his name? The other Captain America, the original Captain America prior to Steve Rogers.
Oh,
Damn, what's his name?
Isaac? No.
Yeah, Isaac something. Yeah.
yeah.
So I saw that because I saw one rendering of him on a cartoons artist, and he had just a bandana like Colossus did. So I want to shrink that head and put it on that new Cap body.
That'll work out great.
Yeah.
This is one thing I did too with that shrinking method. I took the Age of Ultron 2-pack. Before we got good Hulks, we had that little terrible Hulk. They had the screaming head.
Mm-hmm.
I shrunk it so I can splice it with the enlarged Hyperion head I use for the Prime. So I can have a raged yelling head for Prime for my next one.
It's amazing you're able to splice those things.
Yeah.
That worked out really well. I even used the bottom of the nose on the Hulk. It looked great. When I left the Prime's nose, it looked like it was laughing. So it needed the crunched up nose.
Right.
But yeah, with the shrinking method, it's like I was like, man, I need a screaming head. I don't. Every screaming head I got's either too small or too big. And I tried the Craftman thing with the growing one.
Yeah.
And they grow disproportionately. That you got to have basically like a completely uniform mold for it to grow and keep your proportions right.
Right.
I tried that on a few things, and I just get like really warped looking heads. The shrinking though worked perfect. After a few days, after it sets up. It takes longer for it to set up. After a few days, you'll notice it starts shrinking. And I was able to run these Smart Hulk heads to be perfect size for the 80th anniversary body.
I tried the shrink mold method. If not, then I'll have my girlfriend's brother. He's like he's a guru when it comes to 3D printing. May just have him 3D print me a head.
I'm definitely would like to get up with somebody who does 3D printing and sculpting.
Yeah.
So I want to do a Prime Evil to go against Prime. Sludge, I was able to work my way to sculpt that one, but Prime Evil's got such a crazy looking head. It's like split down the face and got the like jagged teeth and energy effects coming off. It's like I need somebody to model that.
Yeah. Well, it's something I'm trying to get into because my girlfriend won a 3D printer in a Twitter online raffle.
Oh, nice.
And she's been sitting on it for a year, and I'm like, just learn how to do it. And so I'm just gonna have her brother probably just show me so that way I can start printing stuff myself.
Yeah.
Because she wants to start printing. She has her own company. She does custom made dice for D&D.
Oh, sweet.
So, she's been started off with a small little company as a Kickstarter, and it's actually grew. She's almost making 6 figures a year. She's making more than I am now.
Dude,
which is great.
That is awesome.
And she got interviewed by D&D at the C2E2 here in Chicago, where we're from. And then she got interviewed by the VP. He wanted to buy one of her gigantic dice, and she's working with a project with a company called Wormwood that makes a lot of gaming things. They're the biggest gaming industry for like check trays and things of that sort for the actual D&D community. And her brother actually owns his own company as well. So she got into it, so now she's working with them, and she's got on record right now as the biggest die mold ever in the history of dice. So she's gonna make like just huge intricate dice.
Wow.
That's part of yeah, it's great. Well, I don't do D&D, but her and her whole family, they play every week, twice a week.
Yeah, that is something that is completely foreign to me, but if you enjoy it, do it.
Hey, some of my buddies in the military did it when I was in the Navy. They would play all the time, and I would watch them, but I just never got into it.
Oh, if anybody, I don't know, a lot of people's like, well, anybody complains about that, it's like, well, it's basically it's a different version of fantasy football.
Yeah.
Anybody was, that's just geeky stuff. Well, you play fantasy football, so it's the same thing.
Yeah, same thing. But they'll go at it for hours. I can't do it. They'll be there playing this game for 2-3 hours, sometimes 4 hours. I'm like, I just can't do it.
My friend that does the comic book unboxings, he's got the comic book shop, and well, nowadays, if you have a comic book shop, you need he partnered up with a gaming store, so he's got his comics in a gaming shop, and
Yeah.
so you have these big tournaments, and that place is packed.
Yeah, they had a place like that in Minnesota. We had moved up there for 2 years when she was finishing up her grad degree at the University of Minnesota, and there was a huge comic shop, and in the back they had a huge area, and there was like anywhere between 10 to 15 tables set up with elaborate, everywhere from like WW2 war scenes to, medieval war scenes and everything else, and they would have gaming conventions all the way in the back of the comic shop.
Very cool. I remember going down the Florida the first. I guess it's been early 2000s. Big up down in Florida, and it's the first time I experienced like the comic gaming shop, and they were having a tournament while I was trying to look at back issues. They were sitting up on top of the back issues, like, can I look at those?
Hey, Jared.
Yeah.
Now that you got quite a few people listening, whatever, you should just put it out there. You're looking for that Primeval ad. If somebody who does 3D printing could,
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. If there's any 3D modelers out there, I used to be able to do that, and I can't do it all now. But I would love some help if somebody can do like a Primeval head for me. I will gladly pay commission on that. And I would like to do it like well, I've seen resin prints are the way to go. They're so clean and detailed. If anybody can help me out with that, just hit me up on Instagram, or Instagram probably be the easiest way to do it.
Put a picture up of what you're.
And I got the link to my Instagram in the LinkTree in the description. I'd pull up a picture of Primeval, but I'm on the different computer today.
Oh man, those heads are throwing me off.
I think the watch is going to be really nice on this.
Jared.
But, yeah, thank you for coming on and talk to us about dying. Anytime you want to come out, hang out, just holler at us.
Yeah, how about next week? Because since you guys have been doing it every week, I've been jumping in on it. If you guys want, I can kind of do a run through it and just do a live with you guys, where you guys can see me actually dye something.
Yes, please. That would be awesome.
I'll just have to find something else to dye, something I don't need. Maybe I got some extra powder lying around, and that way you guys can kind of see the process and how I do it. I mean, I usually take a little bit longer. I'd rather slow cook than try to boil the hell out of them. Just to ruin figures.
I got a bunch of things in the work that I need to use some dye for. So this actually came in handy for me.
Testing.
I can't hear you.
Dagobi, we're getting more chatter from your noise from your mic. There, okay.
How about now?
There you go. Oh, there's back. No. Oh, Modesto, it was your mic.
Can't hear anything now.
How about now?
Oh, it wasn't your mic after all.
Oh.
Sorry. I'm thinking after the wash dries on the Abomination, I'm going to do some dry brushing, a different color green. Really like bring the levels out, like color shading out.
Yeah, it's already looking good.
I think I'll use like the military green. I got testers. I hate to use it; it's my last bottle. But what else want to use it for? G.I. Joes, I guess. That's the green I use on my Joes.
Yeah.
But,
I'm assuming I missed a lot of awesome information. I'll have to go back and rewatch because, like I said, my phone KO'd.
how do you pronounce your handle? Is it Modesto? Modesto?
Hmm?
Can you hear us? Hello?
I can hear y'all. Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you. I'm Modesto.
Oh.
I don't think he can hear us. He's going to say he's going to come. He can come back on next week and go through like the actual dyeing process.
Oh, that'll be awesome.
That would be really cool.
So now we got somebody that can dye, and now I need somebody that can show me how to do resin casting of heads.
That's one thing I could do too. The one stream is there's some heads I'm wanting to get set up for molding.
Mm-hmm.
May not run the silicone on that stream, but I can at least get them set up to run the silicone.
How long does it normally take to get to do a head cast?
Well, I've learned to do the head castings now. I make 2-part molds. Actually,
Okay.
a second, I'll grab one. Ouch, my knee.
I'm mad at you. You ain't picked up no streaking grime yet, have you?
I have not.
Oh, you're killing me.
All right, so let's do.
Okay. Oh, we lost them. This is one of the Hulk heads. It's a bigger mold, so you can see. I do a 2-part mold. I put the head on a clay, clog it up, and run the top half of the head first.
Okay.
Make a good clean seal down here. Then after that sets, I'll demold from the top.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm sorry, I lied to you there. I leave this in the mold, pull the clay off, spray this with mold release, and run the top half or the bottom half where the ball socket's at. Then I got two vent holes. I got the pour hole and a vent hole. Of course, with what I do too with these big 2-piece sleeves, I'll pour a lot of the resin in here. Then a little bit of resin. I can rotocast the resin around to get into all the crevices into the mold.
Mm-hmm.
Then fill it up the rest of the way. Press this piece on, and most of the time it'll push out the excess resin, and you don't even have to add any extra to it. That's the best method. I use Legos to make like my little box around it. That is the best method. There's another guy on Instagram showed that. I was like, dude, that is awesome.
And it doesn't really lose much of the detail at all?
No, it looks perfect.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Now I got these Hulk heads shrunken. I can make a mold of the shrunken head.
Yeah, I need you to just figure out how much you're going to charge me. I need some Hulk heads.
Okay.
If you ain't got no Spider-Man, do you?
No, I don't have any Spider-Man heads cast.
Okay, that's like the one. The bad part is, man, you know, Spider-Man figures are so expensive. I have Spider-Man bodies, but I don't have Spider-Man heads. For whatever reason, the heads are either impossible or cost an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
So,
I'd love to have a superior Spider-Man head. I can cast that.
I can customize you and make you one and send it to you if you like.
Well, as what I mean, like the factory head.
Oh, I've got one.
Oh, you got one?
Mm-hmm.
I can cast that sucker and turn that sucker out.
Yeah, I've got a superior Spider-Man head. The original figure, because it was weird though. It's a little bit smaller than the rest of them. You know that, right?
The ab section shorter.
Yeah.
It's actually more scalable. It's actually proportioned better.
Yeah,
it's actually proportioned, but the body don't look so lanky.
Yeah.
I don't have one laying close by, but by making that ab section longer, it really messes with the proportions of that body.
Yeah.
It's the legs look short, the torso looks long.
But yeah, if you can make some cast of that one, I'll loan it out, no problem. So I'll send it when I send this. Well, like I said, man, I do apologize for not having that gun sent out already.
Don't worry about it, dude. I said, heck, I haven't finished even started taking him apart yet.
Okay.
I want to take him apart and do some paint work on him, and I put a little bit of light gray for primer on the head.
Okay.
And that worked out looks pretty good. So I think this is going to look really nice when it's done. Oh, he's back. Welcome back.
Sorry, yeah, just I couldn't hear for a minute. I don't know, maybe it's my Wi-Fi in the house.
StreamYard's acts up sometimes. Oh, you got a private chat. Oh. You comment. You think you're muted. Sorry, I didn't see that.
Yeah, because at first I thought I could have sworn I said I was muted, and then I was like, wait a minute, I can't hear anything anymore.
It did that whole smash earlier too. He had to log out and log back in.
Yeah. So yeah, like I was saying, if you guys want, I can actually show you guys the dyeing process next week.
That would be great.
I just have to.
If you're willing to do that, that'd be great.
Yeah, I can do that. I'll just have to pull some things together, see what I got available to dye or things I don't really care about dyeing, and then that way you can kind of see. But I do have some extra fodder figures I can just dump in there.
Just take your kids' toys, man. It works.
And on top of it, it's like I normally take apart the figures completely. Even the pins, I dye the pins as well.
Okay, yeah.
And I haven't had any warpage on the pins so long as you keep it at a low heat.
I've always seen people boiling it. Boiling it makes more sense though. Do low heat than it's like doing like pork, slow and low.
Yeah, it worked out because I tried the whole. I just put it on a decent flame, probably middle range on the flame, and kept stirring everything else, and the figures were warping, and like the pins on the inside of the figure that holds the torso together, it was shot.
Mm.
Oh, and again, for if anybody's coming in late too, it's like right now I can't do any editing on videos for like tutorials and toy reviews. The comic book videos I can just throw them up raw, but unboxings. But yeah, I don't have access to my editing software for a little while. So there was a mix-up in. A lot of people don't have access to it now. That's enough on that one.
Yo, did y'all see the announcement that Warner Brothers made about Henry Cavill?
No.
They don't want to get rid of him.
Why should they?
So
I wonder if that came from the new merger, because they were.
It did. So they were at CinemaCon apparently, and they were talking with some of the people that are dealing with it with Superman and whatnot.
Yeah.
And they flat out said, they were like, so what's going on with Henry Cavill? And they're like, let me just go ahead and say things are in the works.
Good,
because he's perfect for the. I couldn't imagine any other actor right now being Superman.
No.
Well, here's what's getting me mad, man. So they're wanting and I'm okay with it. They want to bring in the diversity and whatnot, so they want to do Black Superman. I'm like, okay, well, you've got Steel, you've got Val Zod, which is Superman's brother, and you've got Icon. You've already got 3 Black Supermen.
Well, isn't Val Zod related to General Zod?
Yeah, he's Superman's brother. He's that brother. So the way Kryptonians reproduce is the parents they showed it in a movie, in one of the animated movies. They stick their finger into like a gestation pod, and it pulls the parents' DNA from that. Well, Val Zod is his mother's and Zod's.
Gotcha.
And so, like I said, but it is his biological little brother.
Okay. Yeah, what? I don't understand why they couldn't just do Val Zod and not try to make Clark Kent
Black.
change him up.
It's okay. It's okay, Stream. I'm Black. I can say it.
I would love it. I guess they're gun shy about doing Steel because, you're just copying Iron Man. Well,
yeah.
He kind of is, but he's really cool though.
Yeah, but
For real, exactly.
On Superman and Lois, the TV show, they're doing a pretty good job with them.
Oh,
Talking about the Lois and Superman and Lois, the dude doing Steel is awesome.
Like the character's cool, you know what I mean? Like that.
just don't do a low budget movie like they did with Shaquille.
Yeah,
Oh, that was terrible.
Yeah,
but it just kills me, man, because I'm like, don't keep retconning my characters.
yeah.
Don't do that.
I haven't been keeping up with it. Have they like any word on what they're doing with the X-Men? Because I'm just like an X-Men junkie, even though the movies are far cry from what they should have been. But hopefully Disney can do better.
Well,
they're
they're doing the animated series.
Yeah, I think they're bringing back the '90s rendition. I was hoping they bring back Wolverine and the X-Men because they cut it off completely. They were supposed to actually do another season, and they had everything set up for it, and then they lost budgeting and just canceled it completely.
Well, also too, Disney was absolutely trying their best to sabotage X-Men when Fox had the rights to them.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. Now they got. I have a feeling that we're going to see some interesting things in. Was it coming up in a little while? The Doctor Strange movie.
I think Charles Xavier shows up in Doctor Strange.
Yeah, the new trailer, he's in his yellow wheelchair.
Yeah.
He's going to be the Illuminati, I would assume.
Oh, you want to hear something else that's pretty well? They've been waiting for this for a while, but back when they first leaked the cast information of this Doctor Strange movie, like I'm talking about way, probably like early last year, one of the names that leaked on there, but then I guess they fixed it, was Ryan Reynolds as Wade Wilson.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So he's probably going to have some sort of cameo. At least we know, because people are saying, well, where does Deadpool fit in with this? Like is he a Fox character? Is he a Disney character already? They're saying basically because he did that little commercial with Taika Waititi there, the guy who does Korg.
Yeah.
For a Free Guy. Did you see Deadpool and Korg were sitting on the couch reviewing the movie?
Yep.
I don't know if you guys saw that. Yeah.
I did see that.
So what was going
on? For like a commercial trailer feature, I don't know if it's on the disc or something other special features.
You can go
Deadpool and Korg was reviewing Free Guy.
Yeah.
Oh snap!
Because Taika Waititi produced that movie too,
and it got pushed back. They was able to do that little bonus thing. They added a few little other Easter eggs in since it started as a Fox property, and when it came out, it was a Disney property. So they was able to do a few things extra.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Captain America shield wasn't originally going to be in it.
Yeah, and the Hulk fist.
Yep.
Yeah, it was funny. He's like, what's his name? Was like Chris Evans was like, what the?
But yeah, I think we're probably going to see some X-Men and maybe even some sort of Fantastic Four little Easter egg in this new.
Look, man, just give me Jessica Alba back.
Yeah, that's my girl.
I would say it's going to be what's his name from the Office. What's his name?
Well,
like Jim.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
I think he's going to be Reed with all the talks and stuff. And they've shown a blurry picture of him in a Fantastic Four outfit. And isn't his wife Emily Blunt? That we're talking about having her play Invisible Woman.
Yeah,
that could work.
Yeah, we're gonna see something. We're gonna see a lot of little things with this Doctor Strange movie. So
I'm just waiting for the X-Men stuff. I just need them to. The storylines were great for what they were, but there was no cohesion on the storylines. They were all over the freaking place.
There was no continuity between movies.
Nothing. But I think Disney has a better way of putting it all together. How they managed to, put all these movies together, get down to the Infinity War and everything else. So I think they'll be able to tie them in eventually.
Hopefully they stick to that because with their multiverse stuff, they don't have to.
Right.
Well, I know they said they're not going to do any 10-year movies anymore.
Phew.
No more so like they said I think max is going to be a 4-year movie series. If they do anything that ties in, it will only be over a 4-year span. It's not going to be the long haul anymore.
I didn't mind the long haul, but shortening it down definitely would. It's a bit more appealing.
Shorter story arcs. That's fine.
Yeah. I hate that the actor for General Thunderbolt Ross died because they were wanting to do Red Hulk at some point.
Right.
Red Hulk and the Thunderbolts.
So I know the Midnight
Suns. They could always
Suns.
make somebody else Red Hulk now.
Yeah, they could. I could see them actually recasting Thunderbolt Ross. He wasn't in. Well, they replaced Rhodey, and they were even kind of made a joke about it in the movie Iron Man 2.
Yeah.
When he showed up in the courtroom, yeah, it's me. Get over it. So they're going to have to recast Black Panther.
Isn't Shuri supposed to take over?
Yeah. So here's how it goes.
You know what? I heard.
But then she's got that. Oh, she's got all those comments about COVID and everything. I think so. I don't know if they're going to keep her and they're going to have M'Baku do it now.
That would suck because M'Baku's supposed to be the man.
The gorilla. Yeah.
So here's the thing, though. So from what I've heard, if they do it, because here's in the comics, Shuri becomes Black Panther, but T'Challa is also Black Panther, and what it is, T'Challa is the Black Panther of the God of Death. Shuri is the Black Panther of the other one. So because there's multiple Panther gods. Bass is not the only one.
Right.
And so T'Challa can actually summon the army of the dead.
Okay.
I'm
glad we got somebody on here that reads modern comics. I'm so clueless when it comes to modern comics.
But did you guys hear about the Jordan thing?
Michael B. Jordan?
Yeah.
What about him being Superman or?
No, that's yeah. We already passed that. No, I'm hearing that.
We're talking about his version of Killmonger that became Black Panther in the multiverse coming over.
Yeah, because what they're saying is that nobody's ever actually seen him die. You know what I mean? At the end of Black Panther, he didn't die.
I mean, that'd be a good redemption.
You know, like.
And Michael B. Jordan he's a nerd. He's a super fan.
Well, they pushed him hard on the What If series too. His character.
Yeah,
he was a jackass though.
Yeah. But
it's just a shame Chadwick's gone, man, because he was perfect.
Yeah, it's big shoes to fill.
Yeah, man, he pulled it off.
One of the latest rumors I heard was he.
Sorry.
I just heard, actually, it was just a few days ago. One of the latest things I saw, I don't know if it was just clickbait, but they're saying that because of this whole issue with not being able to recast him or whatever, they might just scrap the whole idea. But how are you going to get rid of Black Panther, though?
Well, Wakanda was pivotal in the battle against Thanos' army.
Yeah.
Right.
So you got.
And honestly, they would honor him by recasting the character.
Well, that's what he said.
Yeah, his wife even said she wanted him to recast. She wanted to recast to keep the legacy going. Why would you
keep his character alive? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they could even just pull a multiverse thing and say this is T'Challa from another multiverse. We don't know where ours is. He's lost.
Yeah, it'd be hard to recast.
On a different note about recasting, what do you think about them recasting Blade and rebooting Blade?
Oh God, I can't. All I see with Masha Ali is goddamn what's his name from Luke Cage.
Cottonmouth.
Cottonmouth. That's all I see.
If you wouldn't already, and they were making those characters part of the MCU too, are they not?
They are. They said that the Netflix series is part of the MCU.
Yeah, but they're saying certain ones like Punisher is.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying that they can't. After John Bernthal's performance, they cannot. It's almost like Deadpool. You know what I mean? Like, who can beat Deadpool other than
Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah. Okay, now they're saying that about Punisher. They're saying, you know what though? Their casting was so, like, I mean, they're I never pictured Chris Evans as Captain America
Yeah.
after watching him in Fantastic Four. But you want to know something? He was amazing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Obviously, RDJ, he was born to be Tony Stark. You know,
Hmm.
and
He
now
even
we
looks
got
like
Ryan,
him.
yeah, Ryan Reynolds. That guy again, born to play the part.
It's going to be weird when we see Superior. If the rumors are true and Superior Spider-Man shows up in Doctor Strange, and it's Tom Cruise,
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
that's going to be weird.
I don't know, recasting is always going to be a hard thing. Like Hugh Jackman, I mean, nobody's going to top him on that role.
And have you seen the lunacy where they talk about Daniel Radcliffe as Wolverine?
It's just I don't see it because I know they even had the guy that was playing Venom. They at one point wanted him to play.
Yeah, Tom Hardy. Yeah.
Tom
Yeah.
Hardy.
Yeah,
Dude,
I think it would have been
Have you
better.
seen John Wayne's son?
Yep.
That dude can pull it off all
Clint
day.
Eastwood's son.
isn't he the Mando for most of the time? The Mandalorian?
Is that John Wayne's son underneath the?
No, that's the Clint Eastwood's son. You mean Scott Eastwood?
Oh, okay, yeah. That's it.
I heard he's gonna be playing Wolverine. But you want to know something though? Tom Hardy he's short. He could have been a good Logan,
Oh yeah.
but
And
I don't know why they used him as Venom.
Yeah, I didn't think he was a good fit for Eddie Brock, but I like the first movie. The second movie, that when they try to make it family friendly and make it PG-13, I was like,
You know what though? The second movie was so garbage. Like I'm no offense to anybody who liked it, but I'm sorry to say he talked too much. I know some of the things that happened in the first movie were comical. Like I mean, every time Venom would say something, it was like, it was like you got a quick laugh out of it. But
I think they were trying to make him like Deadpool.
yeah.
Yeah. Second part, he was just talking way too much. Like I mean, it's almost like, oh geez, you know what? Enough already. I couldn't do it. I sat through it, but it was like, wow, they butchered that movie.
Is it an easier watch than that reboot on the Fantastic Four? If it's an easier, I fell asleep through that movie like 5 times before I actually made it through it.
Was it a
Look,
fan
man,
four stick?
Yeah,
We don't talk about that movie, okay?
yeah, it's not even on my shelf. It's not even part of it.
That's almost like Bruno. Don't talk about it.
Hey,
Man,
guys,
Wesley
I'm-
Snipes is in such good shape still. I wish they could have just retcon, made the Blade movies part of the MCU,
yeah.
and had
Wasn't
him.
wasn't there
Even
talk that they were
Sunday
going
by
to
the
have
White
Wesley
Gentleman.
Snipes be Whistler?
That'd be
No.
cool. But hey, y'all have a good night. I'm being summoned by the wife.
Oh, you have a good night, man.
Hey, good fight, good night.
Sure.
Take care.
It's like you playing D&D.
Take it easy, guys.
Have a good one.
Yeah, I would not want to have him as Whistler. It would just be wrong not having him in a Blade movie and not be Blade.
Yeah, I mean, they could just make him like an older Blade, kind of like Old Man Logan in the comics, and Old Man Hawkeye. Why can't they just go Old Man Blade?
I don't know. They could just say the Daywalkers age normally.
Mm-hmm.
They're not immortal like the regular vampires. So that would explain why he's older.
Yeah, as long as they don't cast that one guy they had from the series, I'd be fine with it. With Wesley coming back.
Yeah.
What's his name? I don't know. I know the actor's names. I can't pronounce his first name, but Ali there. You know what? He's a good actor.
Yeah.
I've seen other things like Green. Was it the Green Book? I mean, the guy. I think he can do a good job. But you want to know what it is though? We've all got Blade etched in our brains as as
Yep.
what's his name? Wesley Snipes. It's going to be hard for us to make the change over.
To me, it would just been such a good nod to the original Marvel fans if they just kept Wesley.
Mm-hmm.
Respect to him and to the fans.
Yeah, because you think about it, that was the actual very first movie that got Marvel on the map.
Yeah.
It saved Marvel. They were in bankruptcy.
Yep, the comic bust screwed them. They had to like piece everything out to all these other, other companies for movies, and they lost the rights to the characters, and then they had to sublet all the comics over. That's how they come with the Marvel Knight series.
Well, they try to play big dog too, and try to gobble up a lot of smaller companies,
Mm-hmm.
and they overspent.
Because DC had the advantage of being part of Warner Brothers.
Yep.
Marvel didn't have any corporate backing.
So that's why the Marvel ended up playing, trying to pissing game. Basically what it was. That's how Marvel ended up with the Ultraverse.
Yep.
DC was going to buy them, and had started paperwork on it, and Marvel came in and bid higher just to keep DC from getting it.
Mm-hmm.
And Marvel had no idea what to do with it. Screwed up a lot of the characters. They ended up canceling the books.
Oh yeah, they were still screwing stuff up until like the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I primarily just read the X-Men. I only collect like in Marvel Legends. I only collect X-Men figures and select figures here and there outside of that, but primarily it's just X-Men. But you know, I got tired of trying to collect 20 issues a month. I was like, I'm done with it.
Yep. That's me. I was a big Superman collector too. It's like I love Superman and the Hulk, but when they brought in what's his face, the Destroyer of Worlds, Bendis, they start doing the advertising. Bendis is coming. I was like, "Are you threatening us?" And I gave him a shot, and he ruined Superman right off the bat. He broke up the the family. He doesn't know how to write families. So what he do? Make sure they were separated right off the bat. And I still hate the aged up Jonathan Kent. The Super Sons was a great title. Him and Damian. And it was a book that could have got younger readers in. But for some reason, they want to artificially age Jonathan up to a teenager. So, Super Sons is no more.
Did you ever read the Red Sun series?
Oh yeah, that's good.
I've been thinking about it because it seems like an interesting take on him landing over there, vice over here.
Yeah, the movies, the animated adaptation's really good.
Oh, I have to watch it. I think I've got it on HBO Plus because they got a DC one. I've been watching a lot of even though I'm a Marvel guy, I'll watch the DC animated stuff all the time.
Yeah,
DC animated kills it. DC live action, not so much.
Yeah, that's where DC's always headed over Marvel is on the animation side.
Yeah, they've rebooted their DC universe here recently too. Like they were doing like a continuity. They kind of like did a reboot. Did the New 52 universe in the animated series. And they're retelling a lot of classic stories with a New 52 spin, like the Death and Return of Superman. They did it with like New 52 style and changed the story up. Still not as good as the original Death of Superman storyline in the comics. It's like I liked the way they did Hank Henshaw back in the day. Cyborg Superman.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, that's when they had the four Superman.
Yep. 2 were obviously not the real Superman, and 2 were like maybe everybody like these 2 could be.
Yeah. I always liked the Cyborg Superman. I thought he was always pretty cool looking.
I did too. I like the Cyborg Superman, and he's the one that a lot of people thought was the real one. He's just got rebuilt damage because he knew a lot of facts about Superman. And but the Eradicator looked like Superman exactly, except he had different power sets and had no memories of Superman. So I really the Eradicator had a cool look.
Yeah, he did. Had that yellow visor too, right? Or yellow sunglasses or something like visor glasses.
Yep. Yeah. And if it wasn't for the Eradicator, Superman wouldn't have got it recharged either. Because the Cyborg Superman at the end, spoilers, was using the kryptonite from the world engine they were putting in Coast City. was powered by kryptonite. He was going to blast Superman with the kryptonite to kill him again. And the Eradicator jumped in front of him and filtered the energy and repowered Superman.
Almost that time, I guess.
Yes, sir. We've run a little long tonight, so. But thank you again for coming on. If you just hit me up on, you got Instagram?
Yeah, I'm actually following you on Instagram.
Okay, I got my link to my Instagram in the LinkTree in the description.
Yeah, because I'm following you on Instagram, and I think I'm following you on Twitter too.
Cool. Yeah, I don't get much interaction on Twitter. It's like,
Yeah.
I post stuff over there. It's like anything going out.
Well, Twitter's really weird. It's like unless it's sex based or political based, nobody really pays attention to you.
That's true. And toy customizing and toy reviews and comic books. Well, some comic books, I guess, can be sex based.
Yeah,
I'm not making adult themed action figures or
exactly.
Now, the iffy ones when I get it is the Hell Witch.
Yeah.
No, I handle reviewing that one because I got it on order. I already paid for it.
I like that Red Sonja they came out with too.
Yeah, I got those on pre-order too. It's like loose collector. I love the fact that they've gotten big enough where they start their own toy company.
Yeah, I used to order pieces from them when they were smaller, like the Archangel wings and things like that.
Mm-hmm. I remember I've had them in my cart one time. I thought about it, and the time I thought about it, it's like they were sold out. It's like, darn it.
Oh, the Archangel wings?
Yeah.
I got an extra set if you want them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had an extra set, and I was going to send them over to Shartimus, but I never got around to it, and I think he got a set, so if you want, I got an extra set.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I know what for them.
No, I don't really need anything for them. I mean, I bought them like, 6 years ago, 8 years ago. They've just been sitting here, so I don't really need anything for them. I'll reach out to you over on Instagram, and if you got a P.O. box or something, I can just ship it over to you.
Oh, yeah. I appreciate it, dude. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, not a problem.
I try to help out people all the time. With like people ask me like my head castings I make. It's like, reminds me I need to prime one up. Where'd it go? But yeah, I was going to send one to somebody. Nope, here it is. I stripped it off on a stripper, or the stripper I use, or it's super clean and some oven cleaner. I was doing some test paint on it. And that's my last one of these this size. So I stripped it off and was like, and it kind of dyed it purple. So I was going to hit some primer, and I was going to hit them up until I found one. So I wrote one with smooth on resin. If you don't use it, once you open it up, it'll go bad. So I end up running tons of stuff I don't need. But I just don't want to lose the resin. So I end up with extra heads, and so I use like, hey, I'll just ship it out to you. If they're far away, like just pick up the shipping, and I'll send it. Here, I'm sitting there, start sailing on it. Yeah, I like helping people out and stuff like that too.
Yeah, it's not like I paid much for the thing, and like I said, I've been sitting on it for a couple years now, and I'm like, it's like since you don't got a set, hell, I'll just send it over to you.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Might need to do a little touch up on it because, like, when they sent it to me, I guess some of the paint was still tacky because they usually attached like a piece of foam on the back of it on the peg, and so it pulled some of the paint off.
Yeah, foam and paint don't work together. Packing peanut, loose figures actually is not a good combination.
Yeah, let me see if I can get this cam back up. Okay, yeah, so here's the wings right here.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so I got two sets, and there's a thing on the back there. So let me see if I pull it out real quick. Give me a second so I can show you what I'm talking about. So, yeah, this is the piece that they had attached to it. And then you can see there's like on there's some of that stuck to it. Yeah. So you might have to just take it down a bit and just reshoot it a little bit. But yeah, I got two of these, so one of them will be yours soon, man.
Thank you so much, man.
Not a problem. because I had it sitting in this box here, all wrapped up for the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. So may as well go to somebody that'll get good use out of it.
I'm going through I got out customizing for a few years, and I got a ton of fodder as I was going through, and it's like, oh yeah, I got Corey from Cascade to make this for me, and or something like that. And
yeah, I used to buy a ton of claws from Corey, like Wolverine claws.
Yeah,
I probably have about 20 sets still, and they're amazing.
I should reach out to Corey if you want to come on the show.
Oh yeah, I haven't bought anything from Corey in a while, but I popped on his website the other day, and I'm like, I should buy something again.
He does a lot of painted heads now too, and his paintwork is beautiful too.
Yeah,
he does it. Dave Wonder channel. He does on Tuesdays. He goes on that show a lot and customizes the film.
yeah.
I get you.
So, here, I guess since I'm in the room, I can show you. So, this is all figures right here. This box, all these boxes here. Got all these boxes up here. All these boxes in the closet. So, I mean, I've got pretty much almost every single wave of the X-Men Legends, with the exception of that four figure series where it was the Puck wave.
Oh yeah, the Puck wave.
Well, actually, no, I don't. The only one I don't have is Emma Frost, and then the Cyclops. That's the only ones I don't have.
I used to have the Emma Frost. Well, I had the entire wave. I ended up selling them when they were going for crazy money. I'm glad I sold the Puck when I did. And it's like as soon as I sold the Puck, they announced that 4-pack, that multi-pack for Alpha Flight.
Yeah, but it seems like that new Puck, because I've got that Alpha Flight box set. The older Puck is actually, I think, better than the new one that they came out with.
They've changed the head on the new one. It's got a slightly larger head.
Yeah.
I still think he's too small.
He is too small even for Puck.
Yeah, and the articulation is garbage on him. They could have done something with the articulation to make it a little bit more usable.
Well, he should have gotten an all-new figure instead of just new head.
They were coming off of a 3 3/4 inch. With all the articulation they had on those things, you tell me they could have done a better job on Puck.
I bought the 3 3/4 inch Hercules at one time. I was thinking about using that body and cutting down the limbs or finding different limbs for it and making a Puck out of it because it's got that nice diaphragm joint.
I did one with the
Juggernaut.
Oh yeah,
it was Juggernaut for mine.
It's tiny and not stocky enough. It needs to be a little bit bigger and stockier.
Yeah, Juggernaut's perfect.
Yeah, the Puck is stocky as I'll get it. Well, his whole thing is like he was cursed and he's still got the mass of a 6 foot something athlete compressed down into 3 feet tall, 3.5 feet tall, or whatever.
Yeah.
So, how many of those Juggernaut KOs did you get?
I bought.
I got 3 of them.
I think 4. I ended up getting.
I just got my second one in the mail.
This one I got. I want to do when it's getting close. When I hit 2,000 subscribers, I'll do a giveaway for this one.
Yeah, I'm keeping one of them.
Perfect. There's the bags sealed. The other ones I had, the bags were not sealed real well.
Mm-hmm. Well, I actually got one for free. It was I ordered one last year sometime from a different retailer, and then I went to the guy you said to on AliExpress, and that one came way faster. But the first one, they were about 2 months behind, so I just emailed them on eBay and asked them, what the status was because I haven't received it, and they told me, well, in a week, if you haven't received it, just give us a heads up, and we'll send you your money back. I'm like, okay, fine. 2 days later, they refunded me, and a week later, it showed up.
I had it happen sometime with during 2020. I ordered some stuff off Amazon. It was shipped from China. Waited, and it's like, this stuff, are you going to send it? And I just requested a refund because I gave up on it. That a month after I canceled
Right.
it, I ended up getting the stuff.
Yep.
And
I mean,
got
I tried even reaching out to the guy to say, hey, I got it and you want your money back, and he never responded back. Got one for free and bought the other one on AliExpress at half the price.
AliExpress, he's not the cheapest vendor on AliExpress, but he's shown to be reliable.
Yeah,
Well, the guy I went through that you said was cheaper because the one I initially ordered, by the time taxes and fees kicked in, it was $50.
Woo.
oh wow.
Yeah. So I got all that money back, and then I ordered it from this guy, and it was like 25.
Yeah, his is much cheaper.
Plus it's
I found
shipping.
too, if you order multiples from AliExpress, I don't know if it's true or not. When I made a bigger order, I got my stuff fast. When I ordered one individual item, it took twice as long, if not 3 times as long. It's like they use their better
Because the
shipping.
first one took about 5 or 6 months. The one from AliExpress, it came here in about a month and a half.
Okay, I bet you. Did you order one?
Yeah, I just ordered the one.
Okay, when I first ordered Juggernauts, I ordered 3 off the bat. So it's like $60-some order.
Right.
And I got it in about 2 weeks.
I got mine in 2 weeks. Well, just one though.
That when I ordered one, I ordered the Gray Hulk, the Outback Hulk version on that body. I ordered one, and it took like a 3 to 4 weeks to get it.
Huh.
So I'm
Even
thinking
got delayed.
you spend a certain amount, that puts you in a faster, better shipping bracket.
Yeah, I want to take one of them because one of them's just going on display shelf, and the other one is I'm going to try to do a Colossus Juggernaut out of it.
I've thought about that too, but I'm hesitant to start that because as soon as I start that, the KO company probably announced they're going to do one.
Well, every time I decide to do something like an obscure X-Men character, they come out with it, and it pisses me off.
Yeah.
And then I get so frazzled. I was like, okay, I know mine's not going to come out as nice as theirs, so let me just go ahead and buy it. So I've actually scrapped like probably 10 projects in the last 2 or 3 years.
Well, I got these leftover boots from when I did the Smart Hulk. I used the Juggernaut pants on the Smart Hulk because they're already brown, and when I used the bare feet, I'm going to do another Smart Hulk. Debating about I want to use the smaller head on this one.
Mm-hmm.
My friend Don Sawyer on Instagram makes some fantastic soft goods. So I got khaki pants, white tank top, put these boots on, 90s style Smart Hulk.
Yeah.
Because he'd go back and forth in the 90s. He'd go back and forth between wearing a black tank top and a white tank top.
Yeah, because I know you said you didn't want the bunny slippers if they made them.
Yeah, if they do make them removable or optional. But it's Hasbro, so they're liable to screw up and make them fixed to the feet.
Yeah, they'll probably do it like they did with the Deadpool figure with the slippers on.
Yeah. Or I still can't get over the movie Deadpool. They glued the guns in the holsters.
Yeah.
That was really weird, especially since they're an accessory. They're not like molded in with the actual holster. They were a separate piece.
Yeah, they physically milled a separate gun. Well, the guns in the holsters are realistic guns.
Mm-hmm.
The ones they gave you to loosen up in the pack were like Nerf guns.
Well, hopefully they don't go the same route that they're doing with the DC line, where there's no guns.
It's very distinctly possible.
Well, I mean, even if they did, I mean, you've always got Action Force and customizers that are printing guns and molding guns, so we still have the option of purchasing. It's just a pain in the ass to have to go that extra route to buy them.
Especially, I hate that we fought so hard with G.I. Joe Classified to get real guns.
Yeah.
And watch them turn around and stop it again.
Hopefully they don't, because that Classified line is killer.
Yeah, I was cherry picking it when they first come out, and if I saw them on clearance or sale or something, I pick one up so I can customize it the way it looked more like what it should.
Yeah.
Now I don't have to do that. So now I'm all in because they look like what they're supposed to look.
Yeah, they remind me of the 3 3/4 inch ones a lot better, and they're a lot more or accurate to the series than they initially were. Because I wasn't digging some of the first runs, and I was like, because I've always had a thing for Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes, and Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes were good, but I refuse those other Storm Shadows. But I'm getting that new one; it's on order.
Yeah. The first wave figures, they look like they were a crossover with Fortnite.
Yeah, they were bad. But that Fortnite Snake Eyes was pretty nice, but they was just too pricey.
I don't see $40. I
No.
don't know why they're asking $40 for it.
Yeah, I mean, premium figure price $35. That's fine, but because I think they wanted with tax and everything else, I put in my checkout box and it was like $55, $58. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna cancel this one.
Yeah. Plus, I'm not crazy about that body. It's a little small.
Mm-hmm.
For Snake Eyes, I mean, it's a fine figure. It's very articulated and great sculpt, but he's like the smallest figure in the Wave 1.
Yeah, I think only what sold me on it initially was the paint scheme on it. They did a pretty decent job on the paint scheme. I like that gray and the black look.
Yeah, I had the big boxed one though, the exclusive one from that. Pay some Dr. Bills. I sold that one. I never opened it. It's like somebody.
I thought about getting it, and I was like, nah, I'll just stick with the regular one. And I know everybody had that issue with the knife not sticking in the holster all the way. Mine, I had bought 2 of them, and both of them were perfectly fine. So they must have rectified that situation with the knives.
They probably did with later releases. I don't know what happened between like the boxed one.
Yeah, because like I saw Anthony's Customs, and yeah.
From what I understand, like the premium one had no issue with the holster.
So weird. It's the same exact mold, I'm assuming, but they must have like tweaked it or something, because like I didn't have any issues with it, but like Anthony's Customs had issues with his. I mean, almost every single like MCU collector, everybody was having issues with theirs.
It's weird.
Well, I guess it's like the one thing. It's like you never want to buy it first up.
Yeah. Well, we've been going for 3 hours. I guess we can wrap up if.
Oh yeah, we can wrap it up because I got to be at work at 4 o'clock in the morning, so I'm looking at like 6-hour turnaround right now.
Ooh.
Well, tomorrow's my off day, but I'm helping out. Just one of my site supervisors, she's been having a rough go, so I told her, I'll come in and just take the shift for you. I don't have to, and since I'm the manager, but I'm going to do it.
I may end up like throwing up a couple impromptu live streams this week, like maybe some toy openings and working on some Transformer upgrade kits, because where I can't edit videos, it's what I do something.
Yeah,
I don't want to lose my momentum on if you don't post for a while, you drop out of the algorithm.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we should call it a night. It's been a good run, and I'll hit you guys up on Sunday with that dying situation. I'll show you guys what I do.
Yeah, I'll hit you up. Just send me a message on Instagram, and when I set up the link for the next stream, I'll send it to you.
Okay, yeah, and then I'll hit you up on Instagram too, so I can get your address or PO box, whichever you send, and that way I can send you those wings. Thank you again for those. Oh, not a problem. They're not getting any use out of me, so somebody might as well use them.
Alrighty. Well, thank you for stopping by and chatting, and we'll
I appreciate it. Been meaning to jump in. It's just like I'm so occupied watching you do your thing.
Okay. It's fun. It's fun just doing it. I had to clear off my clutter. I had so much piled up when I first started. It's like, crap, I can't work. I spent forever getting this thing ready for streaming. Then as soon as I start streaming, it starts piling back up again.
All right.
All right, guys. Well, thank you again, and we'll head on out from the stream and have a good week.
Do the same, and I'll hit you up tomorrow, boss.
Take care, guys.
All right. Have a good night, guys.